Everybody got red eyes?
Mine's hidden.
Oh, did you want to do it on the pod?
Okay.
We taking flights?
Huh?
Flights?
No, like another weird way of saying ready.
You know, these millennials with their opinions and their podcasts, every one of them has podcasts nowadays.
Do they?
Hey, no one cares about your opinion, buddy.
Because it ain't better than ours.
I'm here to tell you. I don't care what you think about love or sex, politics or religion, or how you're socioeconomic, blah, blah, blah. Save it for someone who cares.
It used to drop right there, too. Yeah.
You know you do that all the time? You do that all the time. And it's like, I actually really do like it. It's really perfect. This is another Millennial podcast. I am another Millennial podcast host. I go by the name of Nick Teasy, a.k.a. Young Tizzer. Shout out to my boy Wizard, a.k.a. LaPod James, a.k.a. Young Segway San. I got a couple co-hosts in the building with me today.
Yeah, it's your boy Los out here. I'm out here hosting this pod as well, welcoming you all to this pleasant evening. Moving on to my most beautiful podcast host. Come in.
Yo, what's up? It's Ace B, a.k.a. AC Montana, a.k.a. Ace B the God, Hotep AC, a.k.a. Cat God. Holla at me.
We also got some people behind the camera today.
Oh, it's Joseph and I'm about to freestyle with the flow. Here I go, boom, boom, pow. I'm about to pass the mic now.
Ow.
I'm so mad at it. You're right. I'm so mad that it wasn't bad.
Right. And then right at the end, we got
What's
the
good?
owl
It's your
from
girl Tania,
Tadao.
a.k.a.
My bad. Go ahead.
a.k.a. Ballon Lady, the Queen of Pepperdam Gang, period. We in here.
Yo,
That's
I
what's up.
still don't know what your AK is. It is so fast, and I wanted her to go before me so I could catch it. I still don't know.
The Queen, the Pepperdam Gang, bro. Simple.
Is it,
I think I like it.
Bolanle, right?
Yes.
Okay. I've actually known you like too long not to actually know how to pronounce that for sure.
Oh, okay, all right.
Bolande.
Yeah, it's Greasio, aka
Well, I
Mr.
like
No
that.
Face, No Case. I'm back, baby.
Year.
With a vengeance. Let me let y'all answer this very important question. How y'all feeling?
Don't all speak at once.
I mean, you could have started.
Right, you do always got to give it. Don't all speak at once. Nobody's speaking but you. No, I'm just kidding.
Why are we attacking each other today? Like,
Because we love each other.
Because you came in here real destructive, like real, real aggressive.
He actually came in real,
Aggressive. Positive.
I was chilling.
Aggressive.
he came in.
He was
on some
throwing
different
shit the whole time.
Right, exactly.
After he apologized for the shit.
And what's crazy is I always feel like I'm the one that's attacking people and bringing out the animosity on the pod. And now, like, I'm coming in on a cool vibe. Like, I'm just trying to chill, cool vibes. Like, and niggas attacking me today. And I'm like, yo, is this how y'all be feeling when I just be on shit for no reason?
Yes.
Damn, bro.
Yes.
Well, it makes for better content.
Duh.
There you
So,
go.
anyways, yeah, when you don't do it, someone gotta.
Yeah. So actually I'm feeling great, man. I'm fucking in between jobs right now and I'm fucking loving it. I don't start my next job for 2 weeks. I quit my last job just on Friday, so I'm fucking bum out here, you know what I'm saying? No job shorty, but making the most of it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean-
Shout out to
Bro.
me. Thank you.
I feel like so jealous that, quite a few people in my inner circles are getting released from their jobs, however it comes about, whether it be firing or, they just quitting and choosing to do better things for themselves. But shout out to everybody who is taking them steps to move for themselves. Like,
We're breaking free.
it's a
I
flow,
feel
bro.
free.
It's a flow. Feel that shit.
Free.
Anyways, that's all cool and all teasy, but no one cares. Well, how you doing, Ace?
Before we move on, I just would like to add, like you said, firing or quitting. I like to think that I fired my job.
Not
Right.
definitely. No,
That's
as
fuck them.
as a bystander.
Cause you know, like I be complaining about them niggas all the fucking time.
Yo.
And then for me to actually start interviewing and like realizing, oh, I actually
fuck
can like do this elsewhere. Dog, this was a very empowering.
Yo,
Game
my
changer.
neighbor
Very empowering.
was just talking about how she got this lady to and she's Instagram famous too. Like revamp her resume, and it's like basically the lady consults with you, and then she tells you based off the jobs you had and the jobs that you want, all the transferable skills that you didn't know you had. Like she just framed it in a way to make your resume really stand the fuck out. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
I mean, she probably started studying.
I don't know, but the friend, she said that she was making like maybe like $50,000 a year, and now she's interviewing for jobs at $75,000-$100,000 a year.
Really?
That's cool.
So that's cool. I'm asking about the like the background of the lady because I really feel like that's something I could do. Like this with my recruitment background, I feel like a lot of people don't know they have such transferable skills for a lot of different jobs and how to just like quantify and qualify their skills in like, you know, a resume.
Right.
With that being said, do you think you could potentially make yourself a professional fraud?
Yes. I've always thought if I wanted to, I could be a really good scammer. Like that's my evil genius job if I ever took one.
That's just transferable skill from HR to fraud.
Yo, you just touched on the topic for real. Like I honestly feel like with my background in psychology and just the way like I interact with people, I feel like I'm really good at reading the motivations of people and what makes people tick. And I really think if I wanted to, I could definitely I would be the best scam artist. And I'm like, I can be whoever I need to be in the moment and like just put myself in the mindset like, all right, this is who I need to be right now. And I can make myself do it. And I think I could be a great scammer if I wanted to.
That's a salesperson, bro. That's not a scamming scam. That's a salesperson. Let's clean it up.
Is there a difference?
No. Not at all.
Good point.
No, but for sure, like, I think one of my shot clocks was gonna be like if you could use your powers for like some skill that you have but use it for evil, what would it be?
Didn't you actually have that in there?
I might have asked y'all that before. It's specifically inspired by Grizo because he always be telling me that he'll be a great hitman. I'm telling you, bro, you brought that up to me like 3 different times, like randomly, just out of nowhere, like yo.
That means he done killed somebody. Like tattoos on your face, bro.
If I really, you know what I mean? If my life was different, if I had a different mentality.
What was your earliest memory of Grease? So I bet before that, he had murdered someone. He got bodies.
What is my earliest memory of Grizo? Yeah, I really don't remember the first time I met you.
Exactly. That's what he means. That's what he wants.
I think it was like at football practice.
I was about to say, do you remember the first time we
I
met?
think it was like football practice. You was like away at camp and then you finally showed up. We're not the first time we met.
Accepting this right now.
That one time at band camp? Sorry.
That's hilarious because I actually used to watch American Pie with this nigga.
Oh, yeah.
Pause. I don't know if that's pause, but I just instantly think of the nigga fucking the pie, so I feel like pause. But definitely, we used to really fuck with that movie. I used to watch that with you a lot.
It's a great movie.
It is.
A great American movie.
Shout out to that. What's up?
How old?
I was 4th grade, I want to say. So how old are you in 4th
About
grade?
9,
Yeah,
8,
about
9,
10.
10.
Yeah.
So I always think of this Jay-Z lyric. He said, I got more 6s than 1st grade. And that's how I think about how old you are in the 1st grade. And then, I know, right? So you 6, and I think you turned 7 in the 1st grade. So yeah, probably like 10. I probably met when I was like 10.
I was 10 in the 5th grade.
But you a genius or something?
No. Ain't y'all schools faster?
Why you say no with so
because ain't y'all schools faster?
Yeah,
New York?
No. As a god, I feel like you need to recognize you are a genius. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, for sure.
See, that's the energy I'm coming with today. I see the energy you coming with today.
You're right, brother.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right, King.
Yeah.
Let me get back in my hotel AC shit.
Hold up. Ace
My
coming with the
bad,
bling
God,
bling.
I see you.
Ace coming with the bling bling though. Y'all check out that. Look at the flick of the wrist.
Right.
Wow.
Don't hide it. That just make it more noticeable.
Yeah,
but
I appreciate you, God.
To be accurate, now our schools ain't faster. We just our cutoff time for like when we accept the birth dates is the end of the year and not the beginning of the school year.
Both of y'all niggas done said that when y'all came down here,
I didn't
y'all
say that.
feel like
I'm not changing
you about to
that.
say.
school was behind. Y'all
Yeah, it was.
behind.
Yeah, I'm not changing that answer.
Right.
But I mean,
Most New Yorkers say that.
Yeah,
Maybe it
part
was just too
part of
fast.
that is because me I was probably what you said you were 5 and
No, I was 10.
you was 10 in the
10
5th grade. Same. because I started school when I was 4, turning 5.
Same.
Yeah, exactly. But when's your birthday?
June.
June? Mine's December.
Birthday upcoming. Hey.
Yeah.
You know what? Big 32, big magic year.
Ah, damn. Yeah, 32.
Why do you say magic year?
Magic Johnson.
Oh.
Damn, I thought you
Oh.
got that one.
Oh, that's his number?
Was I supposed to catch that?
Yeah.
Is that his number?
Yeah.
You
I
ain't been
mean,
watching the docuseries?
I
Like, that was on top of
I
my
just
brain.
finished it,
Yeah.
but I'm thinking, but he has AIDS.
Right. I'm like, wait.
Stop him from being fucking great.
Like honestly, if I would have turned like 24 this year,
And
when I turned 24, I said that was my Kobe year. I wouldn't say that now. He's dead. Like no, like
fuck that.
I love Kobe.
It's Kobe
Shout out,
year
but
forever.
Yeah.
Like,
he's
Got
dead.
to.
if,
I'm alive.
If I ever turn 24 again, if I ever turn 24 again, it'll be Kobe year all over, bro. If I ever turn 8 again, it'll be Kobe year all
Hey,
over.
bruh. Shaq was also number 32 before he moved to the Lakers. They made him change his number, but when he was in Orlando, he was 32. Go with that one.
Shaq be fine.
Shaq is the
And
dominant.
Shaq be doing shit. Shaq done lived
Yeah.
1,000 fucking lives.
Yo, shout out to that. I don't
Yeah,
know what
he
you,
done a
where you were
lot.
going with
He
that,
has
but
done a
shout
lot.
out to that.
Oh my God,
Shaq
he
used
has
to be a
done
police
way too
officer
much.
in Hampton.
He did for
He's done.
He's
way.
been a sheriff in Arizona as well.
And he rapped.
I don't think there's any like, well, him and Snoop Dogg. I don't think I seen anybody chase the bag harder than them.
Oh, Master P?
Bruh, but they be on everything. Like every
You're
single
right.
every single
Master P?
kind of commercial. Like yo, they on some like you know the general commercial or Snoop is always on other shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I agree. Master P be on his shit, but
Yeah.
nobody beating Snoop. Like, Snoop is a whole nother level.
Cooking show, bro. That nigga got a comedy.
Did y'all know that Snoop is known as the most recognizable rapper in the world?
I can see
Snoop Dogg.
Oh, yeah.
No,
I
I didn't know
can
that.
see it
Because I
happening.
know around the world, people know his image. Like, they know what he looks like.
that. Bro, that he like performs at like Mexican concerts. like he is everywhere.
He
funny thing-
got a whole reggae album, too.
Yeah, he do.
Yeah, Snoop
Snoop
Lion.
Lion.
Do he got a gospel one too?
I think so.
I hope not.
I swear to God, I think,
I think he do.
Or
Nah.
at least he got a couple gospel songs.
This is where I wish we had like an intern or something, like a real intern to look
We
this up.
we need Forever Imp to be the intern.
Our
Talking
intern would
about
be the
how we
most
never
stressed
have all
out
the
intern.
facts.
I'm about to be so angry if he dropped a gospel album. I want y'all to know. I'm about to be so angry.
You wouldn't listen to it?
Let me be the intern right now.
Snoop Doggy Dogg better not have
What-
ever dropped a gospel album.
What was his gospel name?
Snoop God.
Snoop God.
Okay, Google. Snoop Dogg.
Bible of Love
Say the,
studio album by Snoop Dogg.
you're lying.
Yo.
Bible of Love is the 16th studio album by American rapper Snoop Dogg. It was March 16, 2008.
Bruh.
Yo.
Snoop Dogg is my avatar on fucking Call of Duty right now.
Bible of Love.
Yeah.
I kill niggas with Snoop Dogg. Why is he, why is he
he-
dropping the gospel album?
He got Rance Allen on his thing. I don't know if y'all know about gospel,
take-
but that's one of the old school, like, take your ass to church, like,
out here taking
the
niggas to
creep
church, bro.
type shit.
Woo! One,
Yeah.
I don't know who Rant's album is. Two, that is a first nigga drop of Los in a long time. I wasn't sure we was ever gonna get back to black culture questions.
I did do that, huh?
Damn, it's been a minute. So, if you are not familiar, when Los drops the N-bomb, we like to ask him black culture questions just to make sure that he is dropping it with impunity for a reason.
This is a new segment. Don't believe him.
2 segment, my motherfucking ass. Hit my microphone cord one more time.
You know what's funny though? I haven't added a new black culture question for you in a long time. So like a lot of my shit is from like February when I was having like black history questions for you. All right.
Ask me some shit from February and move on.
I might ask you two this week
Nah, why?
because I feel like this first one might be too easy.
Nah.
I'm just saying if you answer it with a lot of ease, I'm asking you another one.
What if I pretend to struggle?
Come on.
You better pretend. Okay, Los. What happens when a girl walks in with the itty bitty waist and a round thing in your face?
You get sprung, bro.
That's not a black culture question. All the white people know that motherfucking song. Get out of here, bro. No.
Okay. All right. You know what? I respect that because I kind of felt that way as well. All right. Los, better black culture question.
Tito.
What is the worst slavery story you've ever heard?
Like, what kind of worse? Like,
As far as like, yo, they really did that during slavery? Damn.
Oh my God, somber.
Oh, somber ass podcast.
man.
Yo, Another
on, guys.
Morbid podcast is my favorite podcast.
Yeah, those are nice.
Another Morbid podcast is my favorite podcast. All right?
Where's the holy water?
Fuck you, nigga.
Sage.
Get in touch with your dark side, fool. And also, I'm going to ask everybody else to share their worst slavery. I'm going to ask Ace to go last because I feel like she going to have like 8 stories.
Wait, what was the question?
What is the worst slavery story you've ever heard?
Oh.
And how many seconds till you take this shot?
It ain't no seconds.
Yeah, this ain't a shot cloud.
Oh, wait. We did actually. That's how long
Yes.
it's been. The last time we had a black culture question, we said if Los gets it wrong, we got to start making him take shots.
Yep.
Man.
Well, you can't get that wrong. We don't know what he done heard.
If I don't like his answer, he's taking a shot.
I
We'll
mean,
just say that.
The ancestor said I can do that.
The ancestors. Yep.
it looks like I'm thinking about it like as if I heard a lot, but I'm just trying to like rack my brain like what's the worst, I guess. I think I've heard before that, you know, they forced inbreeding. I know.
They forced inbreeding? That's some new shit. I ain't never heard that shit.
Oh, damn, your answer's about to be trash. That's lightweight. Come on, bruh.
I mean, I can't really think about much.
Take a shot.
Nah.
Inbreeding is actually not a bad one because it's not super common knowledge, but as a lightweight hotep myself, obviously I knew that. Did you know that? Of course.
I didn't know that
Of course,
shit.
an ace knew that. So, just to put some backstory behind that, like they used to make the biggest, most brawliest black niggas have sex with women just so like they would have more brawly ass slaves.
But that's
Right,
not
but that's not
though.
inbreeding,
That's not
right?
inbreeding.
Like,
Oh,
it
I'm
was-
sorry.
Right,
That's just regular breeding.
Oh, like making them.
It's like
They
familiar.
Cousins and shit?
Yeah.
Right, yeah, that part. I was like, nah.
What the fuck?
My bad.
Yo bad. Yo bad.
My bad.
Like I
Try
said, I
to
did
shoot
not know
me
that
down
shit.
before I could fly.
You knew that, Ace?
I mean, I can see that happening.
I can see
don't
that
put
happening, but I've never
past
heard that.
Never heard of
before.
it though.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah, I've never heard that shit. So
No,
Lowe's-
but what I've heard was like they did it
No, Lo,
just
take
for
2
the fun
shots.
of it, like not even for like they obviously did the breeding.
They was raping
but
them
they
for the
did,
fun
but,
of it?
but they yeah, of course. I mean,
Right.
but everyone knew that one. But like I'm saying, they did the inbreeding just to do it.
No.
Nah,
No.
I need some
No.
verification on this. That sounds
Hold
like
on.
a,
Take 2
a
shots.
possibility.
I might have to go with that. There is some truth in that. Just like I was saying, they'll make the biggest, brawliest niggas have sex with people. I could see them doing like the mom.
You could see them doing it, but you have no no verification that they've done it. We've heard of some atrocious shit.
Why
We
would
ain't heard
they
of that
do
shit.
But listen, why would they do that? If the goal was to have
Exactly.
brawly ass babies and shit like that, then why would they do it with the family members? Because then it's gonna come out deformed and stupid and retarded. Like
Out of boredom, and they need more manpower later on.
he don't know what he talking about.
No, I was actually agreeing with that.
He's taking 2 shots.
No.
Again, it's the bigger story that
Out
they
of
broke up
boredom,
families.
out of
They used to
boredom,
break
I'm
up
with
families
that.
and
I mean,
shit.
I don't
Like,
put
what
it
we
past
talking about?
them.
I wouldn't put it past him, but I've never heard.
I've never
that
heard
shit.
of it. Exactly.
I can easily see them saying, knowing that you related to this person, right? If you even got to come along with some of your family members and them like justifying abusing you by having you sleep with this person and that person and this person, even if that person is your own family member. And also, like, y'all know it wasn't no contraception and shit like that. So they out here, I just can see them trying to
Raw dog.
Cover up.
Mom and sister.
cover up their own atrocities by making them sleep with other people who looks like us. You know what I'm saying? But these babies coming out, that was gonna be my atrocity that I spoke of. Like, y'all raping us, then we having a kid, and the kid get to stay in the house, and not only that, I have to care for this kid and your kids too. That ain't even my fucking kids.
Mm-hmm.
I have to care and feed from my fucking womb.
Literally nursing, yeah.
Womb to keep your children safe and prolong the life of your race. You know what I'm saying? But that's some of the wildest shit I ever heard.
Let me get mine. My shit was goddamn motherfucking Roots, the whole entire motherfucking movie. That's my goddamn shit that I got to say. All I can think about is my name is Kunta and your name is Toby. Like,
I never seen that movie actually.
that shit is just imprinted on my mind. And then they cut that man stuff off. Somebody
Cut his nuts off?
Yeah, they cut his whole shit off, bro. And that's the monstrosity too, because they would like really do that shit, and like from people that they hung and shit, and like save it as souvenirs and shit. Like, I got Mandingo in the jar. You didn't know that?
Ears.
No, I did, and
parts.
I'm not trying to make this a joke, but I'll say this, and this is just an honest thing. The equivalent to Roots for me is Django. Like, that's my slave movie that I kind of like. I just find so fucking moving and powerful.
Django ain't got shit on Roots.
Wait, hold on.
I know. I know.
Wait, hold on. I was trying not to use that as a reference movie. That like, can you use that as a reference movie?
No.
Did you take your 2 shots?
No.
I took my one.
Django is
Okay, I was about to say.
just because it's made. I don't know who Roots was made by, but Django is made by fucking Quentin Tarantino.
I got you.
And no, we
That's
can't
not-
use that
yeah.
as the black reference. But I love that fucking movie, and I thought it was a great slave movie.
Yeah.
It was a great slave movie.
All right, see,
But that's not.
It was right
Hold
here,
on,
TZ.
everybody stop. Everybody
Nothing in
stop.
comparison to how the slaves had it.
Hey, Ace, you okay? You
I'm good.
Yeah, what's going on in your life?
Nothing.
What's up with you? Cause I think the energy is coming from you today.
It was like right here, TZ. Anybody else seen that?
No,
Run the tape back.
nobody else
Run it
seen
back,
that.
run it back.
Run the tape back.
This is some fucking personal shit between
It
me
was
and Ace
literally
right now.
right here. It's nothing personal, bro. I love you. You my dude, man. It's nothing.
Jeez.
I think you are feeling a little sensitive today. You came in like, on something like real, like we not homies, like it's nothing type bullshit.
I gotta be honest. It might all really be nothing. You might just making something out of it right now.
Bet. All right.
Maybe.
Fuck y'all.
Maybe.
How about
Real
this?
sensitive. You might be going through.
We
menopause.
gaslighting him right now hard.
What was he just talking about?
Django.
Bootleg.
And
Oh, what's your best slavery stories?
Best.
Okay, so I wouldn't say this is the best, but because nothing is great about it. But just in my mind, like in school and in life, as I've thought about what happened during slavery, the main thing to me that shakes me up is like the commute, like on the boat, being there. There's levels of people. Literally, people are defecating, dying. You got sores that are like blistering, crazy ass shit going on while you're in a boat. Having probably motion
Scurvy.
sickness, all that type of shit. Don't know what the fuck's
Don't
going
know
on.
when
That
you
is what
gonna get
scares
out.
me, and that is what kind of like
that is
traumatizes
so
me
true. That's so
initially.
They just picked you up from your family too. Like,
Yeah,
damn,
like, what?
You don't fucking know when you gonna see them again.
But how I got over that fear was when I realized that we all was not bought over here on no boat.
Right, that's true.
They flew niggas?
Yeah.
No, niggas was already here, bro.
On a train too.
Our Indian, we like a lot of us are Indians, bro, on everything.
I think I am.
We was already
We
making
was
We was
journeys
already
over
here, bro.
On a dead
They
homie.
did that Trail of Tears. They killed everybody on that Pocahontas shit. That was some real nigga shit. That was happening all over the United States.
For niggas that don't know, what's the Trail of Tears? I heard they had niggas walking from like Florida to like Missouri.
Yeah,
or
it's
Texas
when they
or some shit.
kicked all the
Lord.
Indians out of their own land and told them to go to other places.
And they
They're
basically
literally
walked
walking.
them like several
killed
states
off-
over, and mad
killed off
niggas
the
died.
men. They
And,
probably
and they
saved the
gave
children.
them sweaters that was laced with smallpox and shit like that. So
People
they killed them
dying
on their
the
commute.
way.
And they couldn't handle it, so
That's
they
how a
started
lot of our
crying.
ancestors and a lot of us got misplaced for real. All of us did not come over here on no fucking shit, bro.
And then as soon as we got over there, they come over there for the fucking gold rush and try to kick them out from over there.
You ever played that
California's
game in
name-
school, Oregon Trails? You never played that game?
No.
Yeah.
What, they
I
got a
did
game
play
out
that
of
game,
was
but
a
I don't
great
remember
game.
what it was.
They
What
got
it
a
was
game
about.
out of
I've been looking to replay it because I always sucked at it as a kid. I would love to replay
never
it
played
now that I got
They
some-
were-
now that I can understand it.
Like if you play the game, it's like the Trail of Tears. Like you supposed to make it over there, and your people die, they get sick. You're supposed to cure them.
How many times did you
my
actually
God.
dig gold?
Oh,
Huh?
How many times did you actually get to dig gold?
I don't remember. I just remember my people always dying.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
got sick all the
Yo,
time.
it was so hard to actually get
Yeah,
anywhere.
like, I never made it.
You had
Where-
to you had to play a few times to actually get far.
Where did you start?
This game?
I don't remember.
Cause to go to Oregon is fucking crazy, nigga. That's like the top left corner of the country.
Yeah.
That's a long ass walk.
I mean,
boy.
you're trekking. So like when I think in the game you at least travel at least over a state in the wagon, and then you have to at least climb a mountain. And man, did you always die on the mountain? That mountain fucked you up. Like hypothermia,
Damn.
broken legs. You didn't have enough meat. You just like anytime I made it to actual gold, I barely made it over that mountain.
Like, I'm not trying to laugh at our ancestors for real.
My-
But it is crazy that they made so many video games and like media things about such tragedy.
I just feel like with that, we might
Things
as
make a
well-
good story.
We might as well just segue into after Grezio.
What? At the
You gotta
Greasy
give your-
what?
You got to give your
Oh, I mean, I don't have any specific story either. Just for me, what always stuck out was like the iron muzzles that they made slaves wear. If you was disobedient or you ate like more food than you were like given or allocated, like they found out you snuck and got something, they put the iron muzzle on you.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah, and even just the concept of like what they call strange fruit on trees. And that, you know what I mean? So stuff like that always stuck with me. That was like,
Yeah, that's just
yeah.
I hate the fact that Kanye made such a fucking banger. I really, really do, because I'd be like, strange fruit.
Yeah, I'd be finding myself
yeah, I
singing
didn't
I'm
that.
remember
still-
that one.
like, and I'm not singing her song. I'm singing Kanye.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it's like, bruh.
I think I was singing that today.
Take another shot.
All right, you gotta understand what the BCC is, bro.
What's that?
Black culture question. That's what you gave the acronym to.
I never knew that.
BCC
Or BCQ.
BCC
That's what he gave the acronym of.
I said BCC
BC.
Black culture
C.
question.
for Carlos. Because
Oh.
it's supposed to be BCQ.
Yeah.
No word. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Yeah. it was BCQ.
I was like, I don't think I said that. I'm not claiming that one. I ain't claiming that one.
BCC, you know, big.
No, BCC.
No, like again, you guys are turning it into something else. It's that what you guys are thinking of is BBC. Obviously.
Thinking about that.
I wasn't thinking of BBC. I wasn't thinking of
All right, so I don't know what you guys are talking about then.
We just was saying
Bronx
that
Community College.
CC
Good
doesn't
save.
have nothing to do with a.
Yeah.
Culture
Okay.
question.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm an idiot.
Black Culture University.
BCU.
Yeah, I like that. I like your shoes too, man.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Does anybody have an amped up 30 minutes in?
What's today?
You know what's interesting as well? This is at least the third pod in a row where nobody's had it amped up. Like, we just been in the amped up section just talking mad shit. I don't know if it's positive or negative. It's just
Maybe
an
I-
observation of the pod.
Maybe I'll
So what is
reconsider
meant by
some
amped up?
things.
What are we supposed to have? What,
Just something that's really had you that
Excited.
really excited or really
Amped
stood
up.
out to you over the past between the last pod.
amped up is a good thing or is it?
Anything.
It's whatever. I got one.
'Cause
I do have one.
You do?
I can give you an example. And it's just, again, a very random thing. And I think this is especially true in the black community. Like, I think that drug dealers are fucking up the market in the dating game because I think that too many women have dated a drug dealer and think that that shit is normal. And it's like, no, bitch. That nigga was living illegally. The fast money that he was getting ain't regular. The type of lifestyle that he was living ain't regular. And like the type of shit that he was able to do for you at your young 20-year-old age ain't regular.
City girl shit.
You do not deserve nicer things because this one drug dealer did it for you.
City girl shit.
Same goes for scammers. They really messing things up.
Fucking up the market price of the pussy.
Yep.
And
Not market price pussy.
I mean, I don't know if anybody has anything to say about this. This is just one thing that I really been thinking about, no lie, for like just probably months actually. Just like, damn, bro, like, because every woman that I meet says that they've dated a drug dealer before, and it's like, bro,
You ever thought about
I don't
being a
care
drug
about
dealer?
your experience with him, because that ain't fucking normal, bitch.
Right. I'm his customer.
How you know what's normal? I mean,
Chill.
have you ever thought about being a drug dealer?
I was a drug dealer for a summer.
Me too.
I wasn't a good one. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was trash as fuck, but you know what I mean? That was an era in my life.
Yeah, I mean, I think I had one too. Ace had one.
Damn.
I know,
Y'all
right?
had one. So what's the T?
Them alphabet boys finna come looking.
We just wasn't stunting on these hoes. Like
I mean, because we wasn't real drug dealers. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really do that
I've never
shit, it's a
sold
different
drugs
lifestyle.
a day in my life, and I do not participate in any illegal activity.
Look at that in the camera.
Right, especially looking at the camera.
Don't look at me like I'm gonna back that up.
I'm just saying.
My bad. No, we don't do none of that. I mean, I've never done that.
All of my stuff is prescription.
That don't make it no better, bro.
Right, that might make it worse.
Lawsuit coming soon, bro.
You want some different shit if you could get prescribed for it.
No, but I was thinking though about something that got me amped up. Like the last conversation was it was a perfect segue into that shit that happened in Buffalo.
That got you amped up for real? That should have been me or Greens amped up, but we trash.
I'm too educated to be
I
amped
wanted
about
to ask
that
y'all though, like, do y'all know they got them grocery store?
Oh, I've been
Were
to
they
the
tops?
store a million times. I used to go in there and work and all of that.
My God, today.
Yes, my dad actually lives in that neighborhood, literally around the corner from that Tops, where it happened. Yeah, and I called him. He was like, "Yeah, I was gonna go cash my check there today, but he just decided to like do something else before he went there." But
My God.
simple as that.
Used to know
Praise the
folks.
Lord.
They used to know me on a first name basis.
And now I had an ex-girlfriend that used to work there as well.
For real? Well, I'm glad none of y'all people was hurt. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, split decisions could happen any other way. You know.
Yeah, man, real.
So, speaking of, one thing that did get me amped up, did y'all hear the part about the one operator dispatcher?
Called the police.
Yeah,
and they weren't fucking with her.
Because she whispered. Yeah.
She was whispering, she was hiding out because they was shooting, and that bitch hung up on her.
Yeah.
I
Bro.
hope she get all the fucking money.
They not shit, bro. I called the police and them hoes hung up on me too. And I was trying to hide the phone. I wanted them to hear what was going on in the background. And them hoes was like, they hung up on my ass. I got up. I just knew the police was like coming to rescue my black ass.
I would hate to be customer service for
It's
police.
really hard to hear on your background. I don't know if I doubt it's just you. It's hard to hear on phone backgrounds in general. If you want me to listen to the background,
yeah.
I can't hear that. But if you,
I'm not whispering though. I just want
I
you
should
to hear,
be able to hear that.
motherfuckers yelling in the
phone
background.
right there.
Your shit sound like a really serious situation.
Yeah, it was.
How long ago was it? Okay. So I heard that old girl had to call 911. They wouldn't respect her call, and so she called her boyfriend in order to have him call 911, and then he was able to get through.
That's crazy.
I know, right? That's fucking nuts.
Yeah,
Man.
I shed a tear.
Really?
I did.
Did she complain? File a formal complaint?
Who knows?
She should have.
I don't know.
Would
Probably
you,
not.
Would you have complained?
Oh, they investigating it. I don't know
They
what the
definitely should.
outcome is going to be or anything
definitely
like
should.
that, but
I
they
mean-
definitely investigating.
I mean, it's probably not going to be favorable to her. He's probably going to get, a written warning, slap on the wrist.
No, I think that person gonna get fired.
I think she already been fired. They said she had like 7 or 8 years of experience. She wasn't a new person. I think she got
No,
I think they found
damn.
her already.
No, damn.
So just some backstory. There was a shooting in Buffalo. If anybody doesn't know, this is a dude. I don't know where he came from originally, but he had beef with.
Conklin, New York.
New York. I was about to say
I
something.
never even heard of it.
4.5 hours away. He
Oh,
drove
way to
4.5
come do that
hours away.
shit.
So
He must-
Clunklin, New York. He
I
was a
bet
guy.
you. My bad.
Hold on,
TZ.
yeah. Let me just get some backstory real quick. He was a guy that did some research. Felt like black people were fucking up America, and so he Googled the closest zip code with the highest black population, which apparently was Buffalo, 4.5 hours away. He decided to pull up and shoot up a grocery store, a local grocery store called Tops. And there were 10 people dead. Somebody correct me if I'm lying. And 3 people injured.
Something like that.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And there were a lot of actually senior citizens that were
Yep.
pronounced dead. So very unfortunate situation, and especially behind some mindless bullshit.
My thing though, real quick, baby. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's definitely fucked up that the nigga 18. And I think, and I wouldn't say that it's not a hard stretch to say that this not the first time that he done did some wild shit. Maybe not of this magnitude, but I guarantee you he probably killed somebody on the way there. 200 miles.
I mean, he said he killed a cat.
He was.
Before, but
I was thinking that he definitely seemed like a nigga that would have killed animals.
Bro, he staked that place out. He was real analytical, like, or thought out. It was well thought out. He probably wasn't doing no reckless shit like that.
My thing is,
I mean, so y'all did. So how much of this did I know? Did y'all read the manifesto and how he planned this out months in advance, and he made multiple trips to Buffalo and to the store, and he talked to people the day before? Like, what don't you?
I'm gonna be honest.
I read all of that,
I didn't know.
and right now I'm lying. I didn't read none of that.
Oh, okay.
No,
Sorry.
but this is the thing that got me, since like, he said that he was doing this shit for some replacement theory.
Yes.
Okay. Let's stop. Grizo, can you give us the extra facts that we don't know?
Yeah, the replacement theory.
Because you and I discussed the replacement theory, and you are the person that brought this to my attention because I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
And so, can you also give us any extraneous information about like the manifesto planning? Because I didn't know that he had planned it and came to Buffalo like to
This was not no
scout.
random shit. This was not no random
So
shit.
I guess start. His motivation was the Great Replacement Theory, which is the idea that the whites will be replaced by minorities. In particular, whether that's Hispanic, Asian, or blacks, they will be overall replaced and overcome by the minorities, and they will rule the culture of America.
But that's true though.
All right, which is a lot of truth in that. So, although that's a very
Ain't no theory in it.
How true is that though? Like, we're the minority for a reason. There's a lot of white people.
give it 20 years.
So
I
to my
guess.
point, what I told him, which is for them, right now, currently, people under the age of 18 are majority minority by their definition, which is more than 50% of the population under 18 is non-white.
And
that is the
eventually, they will be the
come of
majority.
age and everything else. That's a real thing.
They coming to take the jobs, and the country gonna look different. So that replacement theory, I think, is
Was
well
motivated.
founded. Although I don't think they should react like that. It's real. It's real. It's
That
like
was the
truth.
spirit.
Is
That's a stupid fucking. I hate that complaint. Like, they're taking our jobs. What, you really think somebody named Julio out here doing that CEO job, bro? Nah.
You don't think that Latinx can be CEOs, Los?
They can, but they not. But the
Do you
white
need a Latino black
But then
culture question?
the white persons ain't gonna give up that job.
But see, that's what the theory is saying, that at some point in the very near future, it's gonna be way more of us minorities than them. So they ain't gonna have no choice but to give up them jobs.
Or they don't want to give up their power, and they're gonna be even more.
That's the whole basis of
They
it.
gonna
That's
be
the whole
phased out.
premise of it. That's the whole premise of white supremacy. They are scared of genetic annihilation.
Ooh, come on, lay it on them.
Real facts.
They scared of that, of disappearing off the face of the earth. And why? Because they can't stop fucking every other race that's on the planet.
I don't know why it needs to be laid on me if I'm the one that brought it up and you're just explaining it.
No, that's actually a really interesting point because this all really does come from the fact that white people be fucking other ethnicities, whether it be minorities or whatever.
Just go mind your fucking business, make your own family, do you, and stay out of everybody else's shit.
Wait, hold on. Is it them invading us or is it us invading them?
They invaded every fucking place on the planet Earth and outside of Earth.
But if we eventually become the majority, then what is it?
Let me tell you something. All races was originally black, okay?
So you ask a hotep, you know she gonna say the white people invaded the other people.
They
No,
did.
even
History is gonna say that.
even if the white people
Let's
eventually
revisit that.
become the minorities, would that still be the
you
case?
saying the
Hold on.
hypothetical-
Wait. Ask that question again.
Even if the white people eventually become the minorities, would that still be the case?
What's that? What's that?
Would them invading our culture be the case?
Does anyone have an answer to that?
I do. That's a hypothetical that doesn't necessarily have an answer because we can't speak that. But we can say historically that them niggas done invaded everything. Every branch of science, every branch of history, every branch of art, every
Okay,
branch
that's
of
what I'm-
culture.
That's what I'm saying, like-
I knew you were gonna go there,
I'm
and I knew
just
you
saying.
couldn't resist going there.
But
I
for
know.
real,
I hear you.
What's American culture though? Like,
Right?
That was my point last week. Don't bring that to me.
Murder,
so yeah.
exploitation, capitalism.
I mean, American
Manipulation.
culture is assimilation culture.
Fakeness.
Like American culture is to
Simulated. Like,
take what they consider to be the best parts of any culture and make it theirs and put their name on it.
that's what
I
America
think-
is.
That's what America is.
I think as a human nature, we're parasites, and America is the best at being a parasite.
They're the best at rebranding.
Mm-hmm.
They rebrand everything.
Is that a white
And
thing?
that's what China
What?
doing. China learned. Now.
Rebranding, just taking people's shit and you know what I mean, rebranding it as your own?
Yes, I think so.
Because what I was gonna say is white culture, like I said last pod, white culture is American culture, or American culture at least is primarily
white culture.
White culture,
Yes,
and as black people who are also Americans, we might be the ones invading their culture.
Is it?
Because this is also our land.
Nah, we just making
This
it.
is our land, but it's
cooler.
their culture.
Is it, or is it the only thing that you've been privileged to learn about throughout their educational systems?
But the thing is, we was all fine before we was when we was segregated. We was fine. Right. Black culture was everything.
Should we still be segregated?
It was integration that fucked us up.
You know what's good? I was about to say that's crazy, but I've seen a lot of people say that we were better off segregated. And I be thinking about it like, there may be a lot of truth in that,
bro.
Like, especially if we had the opportunity to actually build up our side instead of
but
like always
kept
tearing it down.
Our sides.
Right. It actually really might, like, segregation might have been fucking fire.
And it was real competition. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, authentic competition. You have this people who have been held back, and then they are naturally competing and selling against you. Of course you're going to do shit to attack them. Of course you're going to do shit to put obstacles in the way so that they can't supersede you, because that's what you're afraid of.
And that's what they did. So when we tried to be a part of their culture, they gave us like a subpar culture. Mm-hmm. And then
I just feel like in terms of like human nature, even if segregation does lead to temporary like a peaceful time in your area, that'll lead to like more reasons to like war for more space. Like, let's say you prosper so much, you're prospering so much because it's so nice, you actually need the space.
But we were still living civilly though. We would just want to put some respect on our name.
Right, but
my thing is, segregation does not mean that you don't do business and other types of endeavors.
But that's the point. That's the point I'm trying to get to, is that I feel like segregation is such a basic form of thought that us in our very, like, I guess, deepest parts of our genes, we want to integrate. We want to be inclusive.
Yeah,
that's not.
We don't want to feel excluded.
Not of the human condition. That's, again, everything you're speaking of is American ideals and cultural values. Japan don't give a fuck about nobody coming over there.
Yeah, that's true.
Korea don't give a fuck.
No other country really care about integration as much as assimilation.
But not as a want, but as a need. It's
they need it. Their population is literally declining. They're talking about being on a collapse and they don't give a fuck.
Who?
Japan. No, Japan. Yeah.
Is it China? Wait.
Population age. China's going to be the aging population. Japan's population has been declining.
What?
It was China that put a limit on the amount of kids you can have, right?
One-child policy.
Okay.
But you're spinning it weird. Like, their population is declining because their health is so great. Like, old people are living too long. That's part of the reason.
The reason America would never allow its population to decline, to your point, because of the need to maintain power and to maintain their status. Japan doesn't care. They're humans too. It's not natural to the human condition. It depends on your culture as far as what agenda you pursue.
Can you expand on that idea that the population is declining because people are living longer? Wouldn't that mean the population goes up? Because as people are living to 100 plus, more babies are, being had. So I would think that make the population go up.
Because but they're not having babies and they're not welcoming immigrants.
Yeah, they're not welcoming immigrants either. Yeah, so
so they don't care about assimilation.
Damn. I mean, wait. I mean, I guess I might be a shameless patriot. But isn't that a good thing about America? Like, damn, we really like make an effort to assimilate other cultures into American culture.
That's
nobody else doing that.
But
nobody want their shit.
That's what Green's point was earlier. It's just like our culture is assimilation culture.
So I mean, again, I guess I'm trying to give a kudos to America.
Like, that's a good thing.
Everybody's welcome.
It's not a good thing, and it's a double-edged sword.
It is.
Because it's not like it's like they're welcoming, but
right. Because we'll let your ass come over here, but we might beat the fuck out you while you over here.
As long as you know American culture is white culture, you're welcome.
Yes. Right.
you gotta know the rules when you step into my hood, bro.
Right.
Program,
Because
bitch.
if you want to rise, you're gonna have to adapt and adopt them white culture goddamn shits to rise up in order to make some goddamn money, some legal money.
Like if you out here, you're gonna start driving out here and measuring your speed in glazed donuts per bald ego.
Okay.
All right, let's end it there. You want to explain it before we end it?
I mean, how more American can you get than driving that fast?
Glazed donuts and American Eagles?
No, you're like instead of miles per hour, you're driving glazed donuts per bald eagle. No.
I don't get it.
I'm about to say, does anybody else
That
get it?
moon eclipse, I caught that shit. I seen that shit. It was red.
We good. We're good.
It was red as fuck.
We're good.
The moon eclipse.
All right. All left. Carlos, shot clock 2, take 1. All right, Lucifer. Yes. Due to previous technical difficulties, you are getting a redo. You have 18 seconds. For what? To impress us with your answer. Or? You have to tell us the why as well. You with me? Impress us with your answer or drink. Would you rather know a kid dies every time you fuck, or know that a puppy dies every time you wash your hands? Go.
The kid dying. Only because, like, you know, you're seeming you're already murdering millions of potential kids. What's the difference?
Alright. Murdering.
So, yeah, what's one more?
And I bet he the one that wrote that question.
I am.
Just judging by the absurdity of it, I was
All right, we back.
We bite.
So we got an Ask the Cast here. We got our famed member.
Hold up. I feel like I should do this one because, you know, I always be repping CAU the hardest.
I got you, but I'm doing a brand new one.
Nah. Slutty vegan.
All right,
Right?
whatever.
So,
That was about to be funny.
Pinky Cole. Shout out to Pinky Cole. She's the founder of Slutty Vegan. She also is extending in a couple of other states. She's not just here in Georgia anymore. She got like 3 locations out here. But she
Shout out to that.
graduated from CAU. I can't recall what class, I believe.
09.
2009, correct.
Damn.
Anyway, she
She was there when we were there.
yeah.
Like our freshman year?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
I think she
Better
was
remember
Miss CAU our freshman
remember her.
year.
Oh, shit.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's dope. Shout
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, nah.
Her then.
She was cute.
She was Miss CAU our freshman year.
I've never seen her.
Coach.
So she presented,
Wait, Los? Wait. Keep going.
Culture vulture.
Keep going,
Or
keep
just a
going.
bullshitter.
she presented all of the CAU grads with LLCs in their name. Tiz, you had other info that you wanted to?
No, I mean the
Whatever.
philology shit. I thought all of that was just cute shit to say at a commencement speech, but it has nothing really to do with the LLCs. Just some extraneous shit. She said that she wants everybody to have the opportunity to fail. She failed for 13 years, and that's really what propelled her to success. The main thing is that you keep getting back up, and that she hopes that they also fail enough that they'll have the opportunity to come back and speak at a commencement ceremony about success.
So what about that?
So I think it's a nice gesture. That's about the extent of the positive, I think, of it.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, I think it kind of defeats the purpose if you just give them an LLC and you want them to fail. Like, how about you let them try to get the LLC in the first place and let them fail at that if they need to.
John and Ace, go ahead and attack them. Go ahead.
Baby!
Go ahead. Get your shit off. Don't worry, Los. I got your follow-up. As soon as they say something that I don't like, I'm gonna jump in.
Please, come, please.
I mean, I'll just jump in now. That shit is pointless, bro. What the fuck are you giving niggas LLCs for? That ain't shit, bro. That is not shit. To build a business is to build a business. To create an LLC is just that. That's a step.
Imagine where you would be at if somebody gave you a fucking LLC to get your real estate shit off right after college.
Do I like the name? Do I agree with the name? How did she pick the name for these companies?
Listen,
because it's not free. I gotta pay to change the name. Where did the name come from?
Assuming she gave everybody the wherewithal to make the LLCs whatever they want, it's still a trash gesture because you're gonna have to customize it, make it your own. It's
right. You can do that.
It's a gesture. It's in gestures. I think mean something, but it's not a meaningful thing in my opinion. It's all you did was give a nigga an opportunity. If they create a business, like you already have an LLC made, but you still have to create a business. You
wrote their name on their test for them.
Let me tell y'all.
That's really it though.
Come on, John.
Let me tell y'all.
Come on.
Because it's more than that. Because if I would have got that, nigga like me, I would have been like, well, damn, okay, she gave us the LLC. I would be feeling like you, like, okay, it's just a name, but what can I do with this shit? Because I feel like that opened up so many doors. Let me tell you something. I really believe that these white people are so ahead of us because they are smart enough to get LLCs.
Give they fucking children LLCs and shit.
This is what I'm saying.
Pass them shits down.
When you have an LLC, you start a business and you get business credit. That's a whole different type of tax bracket. You know what I'm saying? Like you can file a lot of stuff. It's like a second social security number. You know what I'm saying?
You can get loans.
All of that shit. And you get bigger loans because of the business credit and the business name and stuff like that. So I feel like that opened up so many doors.
That's what you need to give to freshly graduated students.
Yes, because they fucking hungry, bro. And they not tainted with all these no's that the world gonna fucking give them. They going out there with a tangible item to say, you know what, this up to me. Because they have to do the work. They have to do the work if they want it to go anywhere. But they already got somebody who just put a brick into their foundation. This not the only LLC or the only thing that they're going to ever do.
That's why it's a nice gesture.
Some of them might not even use the LLC. But I think that she single-handedly, or working with others, she single-handedly changed the economic playing field of generations of people.
She did, bro.
In the black community.
I mean, she just, who knows? Like, if people was on that right mind frame, which I feel like they are, it's like, I don't need a job, bitch, I am a job. Especially in this generation, like, with the whole personalities, like, you can get rich doing anything. You know what I'm saying? Slick.
I don't think she did anything bad.
She didn't do nothing bad.
She definitely did only positive, but I just don't think I don't think it was that much.
It's not. In my opinion, it's not significant. I'm curious to know. What do you guys feel like you would have done with those LLCs had you got them when you graduated at 22 years old?
Well, when you are the LLC, when the shit is in your name, your whole life can be written off. So all these little podcast things and shit that we're doing, all this equipment that we done bought, all this shit could be written off. And we could be getting the money back for these and sewing back into the company. You know what I'm saying?
How old are you?
How old am I now? 31.
So we aren't doing that.
Of course,
and you don't. And I have an LLC. I could create an LLC for us tomorrow. You ain't never did that for us.
You could.
Now we attacking niggas.
Well, do the shit then, nigga.
But the thing is,
she know about it. I don't know about that. You know about it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
We don't need a nigga to gift us an LLC. If we know how to do it, let's do it. She ain't do it for us. I didn't know it could be done like that.
Exactly. But that's the whole point about her giving you that brick in the door. That's gonna make you think and on some next level shit.
Sure. Now we thinking.
Putting it in your hand.
Now we're thinking. Sure. Great. I'm asking y'all, what would y'all do as 22-year-olds with it? Because I got LLCs. I ain't make bread off them joints. It's about what you do, not having an LLC.
Yes. Okay, so that's on you. That's your action. Mm-hmm. And again, like I said, maybe... I don't even want to put a number on it because I don't want to see them fail. You know what I'm saying? But maybe a portion of them won't ever be anything more than just an idea. maybe they won't. But for the ones who didn't have that money and all they needed was somebody to start their LLC for them, and then they propelled on to the next fucking level, that changed their fucking life. That changed their trajectory. That changed their children's life. That changed their children's life.
I think that's a little a little extra sauce.
I'm just saying, bro.
It could happen.
It could.
That could be what happens. But I promise you, if you were gonna be successful, someone creating an LLC for you wasn't gonna be the thing to stop you from becoming a successful person.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
13 years from now, let's
hurt
ask
either.
this question.
Oh, what's up?
13 years from now, let's ask this question.
And you know what? That was a good point. And when you said, like, at 22, if somebody would have done that for me, I probably would have started researching, like, how can I live out of my LLC and start writing things off
That's
earlier.
what I would have did.
And so in 13 years, you know what? That might have got me some shit that I started thinking about at like 26, 27. You would have had me thinking about it at 22.
Exactly, because I'm.
So I
just
hear
now,
that.
I'm
I hear
just
that.
now thinking about that shit. Like, I really do want to get my LLCs. Like, that's next on my to.
You could also just be ignorant and not even know what the fuck to do with an LLC. And so it's like, even if you just gave me one, I probably wouldn't know about it until someone told me about it. And who knows how long would have passed since then.
No, that's on you, though.
Yeah. I mean,
You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's to Ace's point. Like, you just gotta, you still have to make something of it. You
And
gotta
then-
do
and then-
something with it.
And then what if you're only graduating because you had to? Like, what if, like, you actually have a situation at home where you gotta work for the family business and, like, all of a sudden you got this LLC you can't do shit with, and it kind of feels like a spit in the face to what I actually gotta
But
do.
see,
If I had to work at the family business, I
that's
wouldn't have went
not
to college.
always the fucking case,
Yeah,
bro.
but the most positive version of all of this is not always the case either.
Right, but it's not always the most negative one either.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'd rather be provided with the tools and resources and have to go and get the knowledge, right, than not have any tools and resources and no knowledge.
That is a great question. Could everybody answer that? Would you rather have the tools and resources or the knowledge? Like, if someone gave you
knowledge.
one and then you had to go get the other.
The knowledge,
The
bro.
knowledge, because you can
Knowledge,
go get your
knowledge.
resources
Yeah, I'd rather
after
have the
you know what
knowledge.
to do.
Knowledge?
Yes, bro.
Nah, fuck that. Give me
Yeah,
the
I
tools
gotta
and
get-
resources,
yeah, I
bro.
gotta go
I think
for the
I,
resources.
yeah, like,
You gotta know
what?
what to
Put
do.
me in
But
the
if
game.
you don't know what to do with it, what you gonna do?
Learn what
Meet
to do with
somebody
it.
else who does until I do.
If you got
If
the
I have
tools
the
and
knowledge, I can
resources, then
find
the
the
only
tool.
thing I need is the knowledge, and the knowledge comes with
That's-
how to use
that's
the
where
tools
I'm
and
standing at.
resources.
What's your answer?
So it's not
Yes.
like an either or for me. That's where I'm standing at. If I have the tools and the knowledge, I can go. I mean, if I have the tools and the resources, I can go and get the knowledge. We in the information age, but I can have all of the knowledge and just not have access to the tools and resources. And I can't go anywhere.
Which is the actual case right now for more of the population than we are, than we should be confident to share about.
You're saying that most of the population currently has the knowledge, but not the tools and resources.
No, not the tools and resources, but because they don't have that, they also don't have the potential knowledge that they could have had.
I don't understand.
Like, they don't have either because the tools and resources aren't there. But they could have had a lot more of the knowledge than someone who already does have the tools and resources.
They go hand in hand, but I want to know what's going on and be educated about it, and then I can find the tools.
Exactly. Exactly, because with the tools and the knowledge, like with the tools and knowledge, I didn't know. I had the knowledge about the DJ equipment. You know what I'm saying? And the tools was easy to come by because all I did was find somebody else who had the shit, and they told me the tools that they use, and I was able to like not rent, but lease the shit or finance the shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy to get the resources. I mean, the tools. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm equating
no knowledge.
this question, tools and resources versus knowledge, back to the LLC shit. Because I feel like old girl giving them the LLCs is the tools and resources, and you got to go out and get the knowledge.
It is,
not
but it's
even a tool
one
and
less
resource.
thing that I have to go and get.
Hold on.
I think it's a tool.
No,
He
let's
said
go.
it's not a tool and resource.
But go ahead, explain. I'll explain why it's not.
I think it's a tool. It's more of a resource. It's something that I can utilize to capitalize, basically.
I agree.
I have to go and have the knowledge, and I have to put forth the action and do the work. I have to use the tool.
Yeah, I feel like that's the type of tool that
Or you lose
that
it.
requires a knowledge to even use it, to know how to use. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna make you go seek how to use it, how to apply the shit. It would me. I mean, Like, I'm like, this shit just gave us a what? What can I do with that?
You gotta look it up and figure out what to do with it.
Exactly. And then once you do, it's a game changer.
So to me, her giving them the LLC is the equivalent of you being given a textbook that has a title but no fucking pages in it. That is a useless fucking book. So even when you talk about what the tool is, you gotta have the knowledge to understand how to use the tool. Because if you don't have profit, yeah, you can write off expenses, but you're supposed to write off expenses against profit and income. They don't
At least
give you your
future
fucking money,
expected.
future expected, and you can roll over losses. So you need the knowledge to understand how to properly use the tool, because this ain't a fucking simple tool to use.
And it ain't a game, because
And
you
it's
will
not a
get in
game.
some debt
You
if
will
you
get
just.
audited, you will get debted. I work in finance. This shit is not a simple tool to use.
I agree. But I mean, that comes with the whole point in failing so many times. You know what I'm saying? And getting back up.
True. So it
figuring
should be a
out.
motivator to pursue knowledge, because you've been given
It
a
is.
framework to then build knowledge within. Your LOC was where you build that knowledge and will profit from that knowledge.
Whatever I was going to school for, I would definitely try to get that LLC and apply it to that. You know what I'm saying?
What the
And
fuck
be my own.
What if I'm in school to be a pastor? What am I gonna use this for?
You better have
Pastors
some
get
business
LLC?
cards. You better
Yeah,
have some business
yeah.
cards.
They
Be public speaking
sell
somewhere.
books.
Books,
They
yes.
definitely sell fucking books.
They sell books,
They
make
sell
And
CDs.
videos, yeah.
They sell dreams.
Okay.
Oh, my bad. We ain't.
It be their
Not
name
dream.
ministries. Creflo Dollar Ministries.
And my unpopular opinion was that immediately this is more valuable to her than it is to them. In the long term, it may be more valuable to them. And I've already been proven right. I'm a nerd ass motherfucker. I read the news every morning. I read BBC News. I read fucking Yahoo News. I read CBS News and all that. Within a week of her doing that gesture, she was mentioned in the top 10 topics on those news feeds.
That's exactly
because they
what I
wanted to
thought.
know what the fuck is Slutty Vegan, and they focused on the name of her company, the scandalous named company. Who is this woman? Where did she come from? Why did she name it Slutty? And then she did a whole op-ed about why it's called Slutty, and I wanted people to talk about me, and I wanted to get their attention.
Right.
Market.
That's what she was supposed to do.
That's what she's
though.
supposed to. That's what I'm not mad at it. I love it. I love it.
Right.
But it's,
Sales.
bro, I loved it. I'm like, she did that
I
smart.
love it.
That was
and I,
smart.
My bad. I love it and I respect it as well. But it goes to my point of what
Like,
she
it's just a-
did wasn't meaningful.
Yeah.
It was a gesture and it was propaganda, if anything.
I give her slack because it has potential. It
My
has
thing
potential.
is-
It has
It's
great
not a
potential.
devil
How do
thing, but it has
y'all
potential.
figure that it's not meaningful?
Yeah, that
like
shit has great potential.
that
bro.
thing. The thing is that shit wasn't cheap for her either, though. You know what I'm saying? She don't have to spend this money to help other people get financially.
How much is it to get an LLC?
In Georgia,
I don't know.
$100.
We
It's
just-
everybody,
right, we
$100.
just-
So how many people was it?
Because I was just about to say, Ace, if I go and create an LLC in your name and I gift it to you, now what the fuck does that changes for you tomorrow?
Bro, like I said, it gives me the
foundation,
the
the first
resources to basically to start my business venture.
brick. Yep.
It gives some of the legal. It avoids some of the legal obstacles that I have to go through, because that part is done. Next, I can go to the next task. Right?
Okay. That's true. That is true because it's a lot of steps to creating a successful business.
Right.
And that is one, in my opinion, minuscule step that you don't have to worry about. But
Which
it is
is
one less step.
All
that you
the
don't
more
have to do.
reason why she shouldn't have taken no big ass step, because maybe a lot of these businesses won't be successful. But she gave them the autonomy to go and do that themselves.
She did.
I mean, wasn't that what college was for?
That is, but she gave them an extra fucking step. We paid for fucking college. I'm in debt $100,000 for fucking college.
Damn.
You get what I'm saying? But she gave them, like, I would have been loved to be gifted an LLC. I might not have done shit with it till right motherfucking today. And even if so, that's okay. That's okay. It don't matter about... Everybody's timing is not going to be on the same thing.
Does an LLC not expire eventually?
It costs $50 a year to renew it.
So they got 1 year to do something with this, or it's
Bro,
lost?
Once we start digging into the details, it look even worse for the old girl. Come on, Pinky.
Bro, come on. If you gonna fight for this shit, bro.
Is this like when Oprah be giving out cars on her show and then they go home and they gotta pay the taxes themselves?
Oh my God.
Oh man. To the water, bro. And then teach him how to fish when she gave him that car.
Oprah, what did you do for me, really? You cost me $50 a year.
She working for the IRS.
Fuck you, man.
She making that good money.
Lucifer strikes again.
Okay. So, I mean, I think that was interesting. I really... Would you say that you would want that?
Mm-hmm.
That would be meaningful to you.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm about to go get my
think so?
LLCs now. I'm about to stop bullshitting because of that. Because I want to be with them.
Okay, that's very interesting because I think I would feel the exact same way. Like,
And watch me come up.
bitch.
Nah, I mean, would accept it. It would have made me look into like what can I do with this. That's why I say it has potential. I would have looked into it more if someone would have gave me one at 22.
Yeah, because I wouldn't have known what it was initially, and then
No, she definitely
figured out.
increased
I
the chance of
definitely
potential.
Was way more ambitious at 22 versus 32.
What?
Nah,
Yes.
I'm
Bro,
way more ambitious
was
now. I mean, that's
partying.
definitely an
I
individual
was
thing.
definitely partying, but I was getting up. I was going to my classes. I was
Okay,
doing
well,
a
'cause you
whole
had
lot of.
to, you know?
I was doing a whole lot of fucking plays and shit. Like I didn't get to really
Actually,
open
I
this
agree
one,
with
baby,
Ace.
so you can feel it. I didn't get to do a lot of extra shit. Like I did party with my friends and shit, but I was really doing plays and shit, like missing shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to be working.
No,
So-
I was more ambitious and more fired up. More just want to take over the world at 22, 23 than 33. 30, I'd be like, fuck
No, and you know what? I'm sitting here thinking I might fucking agree.
Yeah, nah, in my mind, I was going to take over. I was going to start companies. I was going to save the black community. I had so many things I was going to do. And then I got to
That's-
33. I was like,
No, that might be fucking true, and that's fucking crazy. We're really more ambitious in our youth
Yeah.
than when we're later and like more knowledgeable.
yeah, I'm comfortable. I got shit to lose now. I really wish I could go back and would have just took way more risk when I didn't.
And
have
I
shit
think
to
that's
lose.
why everyone always
Yeah, I
makes
feel like
that
I
same.
wasted time. I wasted a good solid
I would
10
have
years
took
of.
so many more risks.
I think it's the knowledge that we have gained that makes us realize that yes, we probably were more ambitious then, and we probably should have done something with that. Had we stayed ignorant the whole time, we might think we're ambitious now, like me.
Wow. No, that's probably true, and that kind of makes me rethink the LLC thing. Because at 22, I definitely would have did research because I would have wanted to know, and I would have came up with a plan for how to utilize that shit. Me just knowing me, at least I don't know if I would have followed through on it, but I definitely would have thought about it and came up with something like, how can I utilize this shit? Because it was gifted to me as a graduation present from this successful person. I would definitely think there's a key to this that I need to unlock.
And I'm also probably coming from like a version of myself that, you know, which is right now, I didn't graduate college. If I was a college goer / graduate and I was given an LLC, I might definitely probably would have done something with it. Maybe. More likely than me now.
Would you suggest for your kid to go to college?
Yes and no.
I'm going to say no, but yeah, go ahead.
What would you say?
I would say if they do, just have a plan.
Everybody that goes to college does not ever give a straight yes to that answer. And everybody who doesn't go
'Cause
to
it's
college
not
be like,
required.
yes, you should go.
Yeah, because
It's not
I would definitely
required.
say yes.
No,
It is
I go
niggas
with
that didn't go
Joe's
to college
answer
to make more money than
because
me.
exactly that. That's like, please, I want you to go to college, but don't go if you don't have a plan.
You gotta have a plan with
I
that.
And
would
then
definitely-
it's okay if your plan changes in the middle of it, but at least, you know, if you don't have a plan, just stop.
I would push more so community college or a career tech
A
program
trade, right? A
or
trade.
something certificate. So that way when they're ready to go to school and take them little bullshit courses that, you know, the little maths and sciences, the core courses that you got to take and shit. Take all of that, get that out the way. Don't pay $5,000 for it when you could pay $500 for it. Get that out the way, and then when you ready, go. And I will say that going to Clark definitely enhanced my Black experience. I didn't know anything about Divine Nine organizations before I went to college.
Me either.
But you know, when you saying that makes me think about the fact that when I was going to college, I had no idea. Not for real. I wanted to be a psychiatrist when I went to college. Like, obviously, I didn't do that. And so it's like, I don't know if you should have to know what you want to do necessarily.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Like,
at
the core
18,
classes, but get some
that's a smart
certifications or something that can have you working, so you're not out here taking shit just for money.
What about the social experience of college? Because that's what I feel like I benefited from most.
That's what I
It ain't
benefited.
worth the price.
I didn't run away
It
from
ain't
that
worth
part.
the motherfucking price.
No,
No,
It ain't
It's
worth
not
the
worth the
motherfucking
$100,000 debt
No,
that
it's
I'm
not.
in.
I might disagree.
I still had a proper college fun life without going to college, but I do want to say that like I think what's more important is like, and what I would really rather do is like, I guess to your point, what I guess I missed out on. I would like to have them in like activities like sports clubs and things like that when they're children, and let them make that decision when they get into college. When they get into college. As opposed to like me having an influence on whether they go to college or not. Like I want to put them in a lot of things when they're children to implant ideas into them, and then they can decide, oh, I like that or I didn't like that.
And that's what, and hone on that skill all throughout their childhood. So
Right,
all the
yeah.
time they become experts.
But I'm curious to hear if y'all think
That's
it's
what
worth
you
the
gotta
price.
do.
See, I'm just talking shit because I had like a little scholarship and shit, so I ain't even paid for a price. So, but was that worth the price to you? The social experience, is it worth that type of price?
Oh, for me, I say no. I would honestly say, unless you want to be like a motherfucking doctor, lawyer,
So that's what I'm about to
engineer.
say, science, engineer, math. If it's not that STEM,
Yeah, I'm one
what
of
the
them
fuck is you going
parents.
for?
Like, bruh, if you about to go for psychology, these arts, these anthropology, historians, nigga,
Yeah.
And if it's
go
psychology
to
without
community
pursuing a
college,
PhD,
get a certification,
Yeah.
read some books. YouTube University is
Okay.
real.
Yeah.
Unless you need to be a doctor, a lawyer, some
Yeah.
shit you
Right.
have to
So
go to
that's
college
what-
for.
That's
Hey,
what I'm
bruh, it's
saying.
alternatives.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
That's the plan. That's what I'm saying. You gotta have a plan. Like if the plan requires college, then take your ass to college. But if it don't, then don't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a parent that I'm really gonna be telling my kid, like, bro, plumbers, electricians, carpenters,
That part.
dumb niggas make bank, bro.
That
You can
part.
make 6 figures just getting a fucking skill that'll
Yes.
cost you
That
less than
part.
$1,000 to acquire.
X-ray.
I promise you, bro. I was just talking to Austin today. He was telling me he does, what is it, ultrasounds. And it's
Yeah.
like he had to go to
That's
school for a year.
program.
And he fucking
That's
loves it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
look at you looking like a fucking doctor out here.
Right.
Dog. You
You
got
can't
all
pay.
the knowledge of a doctor and you just giving ultrasound.
First time I seen him in the scrubs, I was like, bruh, whew,
Right.
that shit fit you.
You get to touch on pregnant ladies all day and everything.
Oh my goodness.
Let him know.
Same thing for phlebotomists and CNAs. They didn't have to like actually go to school. I mean, they get their their certification. And
The
That's what it is.
phlebotomists, the people who pull blood.
I wonder if there's like a, I guess a taboo. Like don't say I didn't go to school. I went to school, okay.
If you
I
go
wouldn't
to
feel
like
that.
community
School of
college.
life.
I wouldn't feel that.
I definitely wouldn't feel that way either. I definitely wouldn't have minded taking some classes at Atlanta Tech, all my little core classes, and then coming on to Clark. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But what about like you think you can like have a year off and then go to college and still go back?
it definitely worked for some people.
Some people.
I would
A lot of
actually
people
have my
that
kids
don't.
do that. I would make them do that.
Really?
See if
My
you're
mama
passionate about
said
school.
no.
Because I don't feel like school really make you, but if you, like you said, got a plan career-wise, you need that certification, you need that stamp to get into your field. But school don't really make nobody.
Do
It
y'all
depends. Did they have? Are they going to school with their friends?
Huh?
Well, I guess
Does that make them better or worse students though?
it might give them more reason to go to school.
And to graduate.
I'm thinking like, I don't know. For me, I think I would have been less motivated after a year. Once I graduate high school, if you give me a year to like just be out in the world, I don't know if I'm going back to school.
Yeah, it
That
depends.
part,
How much money are you gonna make in this 1 year? Like, if you make any money,
I'm assuming I'm not gonna make much.
but there are people who end up like doing something like, and then they like start making bank on that
Strippers.
like 1 year. Yeah. Like, why would you go to college when you're already making this much?
Well, to be honest though, even as an 18-year-old, like I'm
Stripper.
18 and I work at
Foot Locker, and now I'm 18 with no school. I can work full time now at Foot Locker, and I can make
I think that's some money.
30,000 as an 18-year-old, and I get like discounts on kicks and shit now. Like, what am I going to school for?
At 18-year-old, I was 100% going back to school.
After a year, you would have
100%. That's why I say I don't play school.
And you had a pretty good job, I feel like.
Nigga, I was working at Target making $8 an hour.
Oh, I thought you had the craft job.
That shit was only $10.
Target make money. Target.
Now they do.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. I was never making more than $10 an hour until I graduated college. I was going back to school. Not to say that I couldn't have made more potentially, but all the type of jobs at that time, the world was a little bit different. It's like, 2011, 12. Nah, I'm going back. No, we talking about going from freshman. So, no, I graduated in 2007. I graduated high school in 2007. So you
would have took 08 to be your gap year?
Yeah, and I'm going back in 09 for sure.
Damn.
I'm going back for sure.
And I went to a school in a different state. So it depends on where I'm taking my gap year at. If I'm in Buffalo, it's no way I'm going to school.
But my thing
absolutely no way.
It'll be different. Like, I think what stopped me really from going to graduate school, not what stopped me, because nothing didn't really stop me, but I chose like once I got into the world and I was paying my own bills and stuff like that, it was just like no going back from that. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I lost focus. You know what I'm saying? And priorities change.
When you talk about a gap year, I think about people who graduated from college. It's like a lot of people say, hey, I'm going to just take a little time off and then I'm going to go back for my master's. Right. And then
it's the same thing.
10 years later, niggas be like, oh, yeah, I might do it.
So is that just feelings or cost? Because I don't go back and get my graduate because of the cost. And I tell to you all the time, I say, my company going to pay for it, I consider it, but just the cost. I'm not about to carry that debt for what?
Yeah.
Especially if I feel like I can get close to that without it.
I think that's where I'm at too right now because I'm 3 classes away from finishing the master's in one area.
You should have.
I know.
You should have.
I know.
3 classes away, nigga.
Yeah, why haven't you?
I want to hit you in the throat.
First off,
like nigga,
right? I was happy.
I told you was all being destructive today. But, now you talking about chopping me in my throat and shit. Is you good, TZ? You need a hug?
I can always use a hug, but I feel fucking great today.
Okay, I'll give you one.
World star.
But wait, because damn shit.
But 3 classes away, bro. And it's something that you're actually passionate about, which is education.
It's the first time I hear this.
For sure.
This is the first time I hear this.
For sure.
You should have.
I definitely should have, but I mean, I went through like a really devastating phase of life. Really devastating for me. So I just ain't made it back, and it's gonna take too much money. Like, I'm just trying to survive now, but I would love to. Like Green said, if my company wanted to pay for me to go back to school, they wouldn't pay for the area though. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, baby.
I mean, I'll jump in. I'll share some shit that was shared off mic, and maybe I'm wrong for this, but Greaser, your job would pay for your schooling.
That's what they say. I don't believe them. But
I ain't even serious, man. Y'all niggas That's what I'm saying, bro. It's so easy not to go once you. Because school is a commitment, bro. It's like you really gotta do that shit. I remember. And when you don't do it, it's like, oh, I don't have to do this.
But see,
I like this lifestyle.
If I was to go back, I'll be in school for the rest of my motherfucking life because as long as you goddamn in school, they will not charge you that debt. But I would take 1 class a semester on everything.
I said that ever since 2008, I want to be a lifelong learner.
True
and just
shit.
stay.
I should keep you young too, bro.
You said that to me before, for sure.
But
plus,
school
my calculation is that I can get the job that pays significantly more without it. But I could be wrong is why I teeter on whether I should really go back and get it or not.
Okay.
Because they know I don't got it, but there's already been conversation about me getting that particular job with that particular salary.
Do you know who you sound like?
Who I sound like?
Devin. You know you sound like our little brother, and that's exactly what happens when you don't go to school immediately. You take some time off, you're like, you know what? I can get this money without a college degree. I've seen plenty of people do it. Why am I doing this?
Yeah.
And who are we to argue with them? Like, I mean, yeah, I got a college degree and I'm doing pretty good, but I also extend offers to niggas who didn't go to college and make more than me.
Exactly.
I see it.
People
so it's like I can't tell you you're wrong, my bro.
That's where I'm at with it.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's like I think once you take that gap year, it is really, really difficult to go back because school is. Everybody recognize that college is a racket.
Yeah.
But it's just a racket that sometimes work out for niggas.
Yeah. That's what I said. I don't know if I need to.
I would say that the educational part, like sitting in the class and stuff like that, that was no problem for me. Busy work was a little bit of a problem. They just assigning shit and it's not no real like life application. That was a little problematic for me, but luckily I didn't have too much of that.
That was the biggest problem for me.
That's true.
Homework,
like
and any of it.
I need the real shit. Like let my homework be some in the field type shit.
And let us have thorough ass discussions in here about whatever it is that we have supposed to have read and anything. But I will say, shout out to my Professor Moon. It's so many things that I didn't like necessarily read, but I picked it up in conversation enough. Like at that point, I wasn't the type, like, I'm not going to soak up the information from a book. But if you have a conversation with me, I'm going to remember all of the details about it. And certain professors catered to that style of learning for me. They didn't even trip about me not reading the previous material or something like that. My work was fucking done. I got to the fucking answers. You know what I'm saying? So, like...
That's interesting. If I was a teacher, I'd probably have questions.
I had some really good professors. And it wasn't like I was like, don't think I'm bullshitting. Like, you can tell by you can tell by my conversation I'm not bullshitting. I'm just intelligent enough to speak on this conversation.
What'd you go to school for, John?
I had started out as a mass media major, and then I switched it to psychology.
Did you graduate with psychology?
Mm-hmm.
Whole lot of gang shit, P school.
All day. I don't know nothing about that gang time, but
Pause.
I was
pushing P, baby.
I was in Sakai.
Yeah.
Did you get abducted?
No.
Or inducted?
No.
Abducted.
I think they only had B school. Is what you got inducted into.
What is that?
Business.
No.
At Clark, at least.
No. That was a psychology.
Psychology.
Oh, no.
Like
a psychology fraternity?
Yeah, maybe.
They
like
actively
honors,
stayed away
like
from
honors
TZ.
program.
Honors society.
Obviously.
Yeah, it's an honors
fucking
society.
with
Oh,
the
yeah,
kid.
that's right, because you didn't even...
I went there for a year.
Yeah.
So I took
Only
my,
a
like,
year?
my
I feel like you went there 2 years.
I mean,
I do too.
It was a year and a half.
Yeah.
Okay.
I took my prerequisites there, and then I transferred to Georgia State, and I took all
which
my
was-
psychology courses there.
I think that was smart. Because then you got a chance to get the PWI experience, which is why all my teachers wanted me to go to graduate school for, was to get that PWI experience. And
The
that's
thing
what I
is,
feel
though,
like Clark didn't, because
as-
they didn't get me ready for
As a person that
like
attended
society.
both, I would recommend the HBCU. Like, it is a truly, truly unique experience being around that many black people in
agree.
like such a safe black environment.
I
Like
agree.
you really, and I hate to say this,
Professors
it sounds so
like
cliche, but you can be as black as you want on the HBCU and not feel out of place.
Yep.
Like, you can really for real, and whatever type of black you are, weird black, stereotypical black, gangster black, college black, cool kid black, bougie bitch black, weird ass bitch that don't say nothing black, like any type of black person you are really well accepted at HBCU.
Yes, you are,
What's
but that's
funny?
what I'm saying.
Like a family reunion.
What's funny is that every single one of those is a stereotypical black.
But whatever you want to be, stereotypical or non-stereotypical, everybody's just like embraced as your blackness.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying you got the experience from the PWI, because all of that black shit don't get you ready for
And that's why I
America.
chose not to go to HBCU. I went to PWI.
Talk
Yeah.
that
And I
shit,
kind
Griffo.
of, but I kind of wish that maybe I should have went to HBCU. But no, it 100% prepared me for what happened
For the
after
world,
college.
exactly.
Yeah,
It doesn't. Not for the work. For the work.
Because I was the only black person in my whole fucking building sometimes. Or like on 2 whole floors of what I did, I'd be the only black person sitting in the meeting and just learning how to just be comfortable with that. I
Right.
didn't have to make a transition. It was already 4 years of what I was used to.
Wow.
With some bullshit.
Oh wow.
Like
right.
even
That's
picking
right.
groups in
Right.
college. Like people wouldn't pick me because I was black. And I would have to send an email to some random people I meet like, yo, I work hard. I'm deep.
I'm deep.
You gotta tell them my name. I ain't about to say my name on the pod. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm such and such. Yo, man, I don't care my own weight. I work hard. Yo, fuck with me.
I thought you said like I'm deep in the email.
No,
Like,
not
yo,
deep.
these
Nah,
people not
nah,
fucking
nah.
with me, and I got knowledge.
But I fuck with him. And then after
Okay.
like that first couple months of working in groups, people be like, oh shit, nah, he really know his shit. Yo, no, we want him too now. But it'd be like, even the start though, y'all didn't know me. Y'all just saw me. I was like, nah, we ain't fucking with him.
That's the funny part about your story, because you actually are like, you were valedictorian in your high school.
Grammar school. Top 10 in high school.
Excuse me.
Grammar school.
Yeah, so like you
Then I
really.
skipped freshman math and English.
Get that shit right,
But I ain't
bro.
even gonna talk about it.
My bad. I'm just trying to say that niggas actually like book smart, not just like smart, but like book smart, and niggas
wasn't fucking with you in college because you was
but
black.
They always, after a couple months, they be like, who the fuck is this nigga? Even my teacher be like, yo, he mad well spoken and shit. That Obama shit, though, I related to that when that would happen. Yo, he mad articulate. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to be?
Supposed to talk like
No, that's real shit though. And I guess my experience with the like being able to just interact with white people in a way that makes them feel safe, which is essentially what you got to learn to do.
Yep.
Like I was able to learn that in high school. And so, going to HBCU was such a beautiful experience for me because I had spent the last 4 years making white people feel safe, and then I just got to be around black people.
It's like a breath of fresh air.
All right, I ain't got to
Code
deal with that.
switch.
And then I went to a PWI, and
Back to it.
but it wasn't terrible because it's still a PWI in Atlanta. But
Not only that, like Georgia State is real open. Like
Yeah, that
really
shit half
in
for
the
downtown,
city.
bro.
It's really just a public school. You know what I mean?
the weirdest part
Yeah.
about Georgia State is that I would have to look at homeless black people on our campus all the time and like be walking next to a white person and be like, "Yep, that's a black person."
I just remember like Georgia State was one of those colleges that I like frequented. Like when I said like I didn't miss out on the college life, I went to like probably almost every university just like chilling. Like whether it was playing Smash Brothers or actually hanging out with people, like I was out there like just doing it. That shit was fun.
One thing that I say that I love about the HBCU experience is that even when I travel to other HBCUs, I remember one year, me and my best friend B, another friend of ours, we just went for spring break. We just went downtown. I mean, not downtown. We traveled the whole southern part of the United States, all the way to Texas. So we, hit up Alabama, Mississippi, New Orleans, all of that shit.
That was that one time you couldn't tell her she wasn't on top of the
Where
world.
was I at?
What did you do in each state? Is what I'm curious.
Quite a few things.
Existed.
But the point that I was about to make was that we went to Xavier, which is another HBCU in Louisiana, and it's like it's just like going home. It's just like going to family. You know what I'm saying? We was able to find a plug out there. You know what I mean?
I can imagine that in New Orleans because that's how New Orleans is, anyways.
Yeah.
I could imagine.
And we met like some dope ass people, and it was just a vibe, and it was really just because of the HBCU love that we all shared. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I wouldn't mind taking a trip to Howard.
I definitely want to go. I always say if I didn't go to Clark, I definitely would have went to Howard.
That would have been dope.
Howard actually seems like one of the worst HBCUs.
Why would you say that?
Because they seem so bougie and pretentious there. Like we are better than everyone else.
But that's probably
Like,
because they
fuck
prepared
them
them for the white America. Goddamn shit.
I think it's just because they in DC.
Would that make them less HBCU then?
What you mean? Because they yeah. I don't know. It doesn't. Just make them uppity Negroes.
The bourgeois.
No, but here's what I was about to say though. I was at the doctor and I was seeing a nurse one day and I was like, "Yes, ma'am," and shit, right? Because I'm raised in the South, and she was like a mixed girl, and she was like, "Don't say ma'am to me," and then she put on me that shit really stemmed from slavery.
Everything stemmed from slavery.
Yes,
I tried to told you.
Yes, sir, massa. Like, yes, ma'am. Like, all that shit,
Yes,
bro. Yeah, that shit is crazy. Like, I never wanted to say that shit to my family again, but I know I'll probably get popped.
That's crazy.
I just can't help it. Like, this shit is, like, embedded in me, and I hate saying it to white people. I'm trying to work on stopping.
Oh, I'm quick to say, huh? Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
for real. Because that's what they used to.
Like.
And, I mean, dude, the shit they got them kids be
Sure thing, dude.
I just can't help it.
Yeah,
though.
bruh.
No, I say brother. I'll never call them a bro. Like,
What? You more
I
comfortable
give
saying
them the
brother?
brother with the hard R because I need to know it's some distinction between me and you, brother.
I don't like
I
that.
hate
I don't
when
like
they
that.
say bro.
I don't like that. You call me brother.
Don't
And
call
we
me
real
brother,
homies.
bro. Don't call.
I don't
me
like
brother.
that.
Don't
Don't call me and
Brother
Joshua in the
sounds-
same.
But
Brother-
I'm not
brother
hitting
sounds-
you with the hard ER. I might
feel
say
like
it
you
in
do.
spelling, but I say bro,
I
bruh,
say bro.
bruh.
I feel like you really call me brother. Like there was for sure an era in our relationship
You
when
good, brother?
Yes. Like, what up, brother?
I'm not hitting
How's
you
it
with
going,
the hard ER though.
Hard ER. What's up, brother? How's it going, brother?
brother?
Brothers.
Nah, yeah. Big Wayne Bros energy, bro. Like, we was Sean and Marlon out here. Nah, bro. Call them niggas bro. Call them niggas bro. Bro is more universal. Anybody can be a bro.
Yeah, bro.
Everybody ain't my brother.
Man, I call them by their fucking
brother.
names.
Yeah, brother. I feel like they trying too hard when they do that shit, and then it's like, nah, you coming off unauthentic and fake.
All right, let's take a break. And go ahead.
I was gonna say I don't know if it's for the opposite reason, but I like saying ma'am and sir. Like,
oh, really?
yeah, like I think it's very respectful. At least from my point of view, my light skin ass.
Does it make them feel more comfortable?
I don't know. That makes me feel comfortable. Like until I know you better, and then never mind. Because I just think like. First of all, one of my future sons' names is probably gonna be Sir. I love that name, like Sir, like just Sir as a name. I think it's so cool. So I'm when I say Sir to someone, it's probably out of love.
Okay.
Ma'am as well. Yeah.
Would you name a kid ma'am?
Nah, I don't think that's a cool name.
Come here, ma'am.
But I would definitely
Miss.
call my daughter ma'am. Miss.
What about Miss?
Yeah, like
You
no,
never Miss?
I call I use Miss a lot, ma'am, lady. Like I just think
Lady.
Sir and Miss or Mrs.
I just think it's respectful, and then
Yeah,
whatever.
but that shit come from slavery days.
I feel like I use sir more than anything. Now, of course, my ma'am is, of course, when I'm with a lady who I respect. You know, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, whatever, like that. But I tend to use sir more often because a lot of men be in more authoritative positions.
I was gonna say because of the patriarchy.
Fuck the patriarchy.
Big fuck the patriarchy.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah. What she said.
All right, let's end the section and we're gonna come back and do some honorable mentions. But first, enjoy this shot clock.
All right, TZ, a.k.a. Young Tizzer. Shout out to your boy Wizard.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Would you rather date someone that checks all the boxes except the most important one? Or someone that only checks the most important box but none of the rest?
How much time I got?
20 seconds.
I would date someone who checks all of the boxes except the most important one. Because I feel like I probably have too many boxes anyways, and so I would be willing to compromise on one, even if it is the most important, if you got everything else. Gang. Gang.
20 was enough.
All right, we back.
way back. We got some drop coming soon section right now.
Honorable mentions, and I swear I was gonna put it in this week, but
Mentions.
I just
Yeah,
didn't.
it's just cool, guys. That's why this is getting renamed to the drop coming soon section.
Both of those drops coming soon. So, any honorable mentions that stood out to anybody? Anybody want to start with anything in particular?
You talking about out of this?
Out of the honorable mentions in general. So we talked about the Buffalo shooting a little bit already. That was probably my biggest honorable mention. Thoughts and prayers to everybody who was involved or had to see shit. My dad, who lives in the area where it happened, he told me that he knows someone who pulled in right after the shooter, and so she actually saw everything happen, which is pretty fucked up.
If she would have left her house 5 minutes earlier or anything, she could have been involved in that shit.
Yep, that's exactly
You
what
know,
he said.
I think this kind of belongs in the amped up section. But why the fuck they always capturing these niggas? Why the fuck they always capturing them alive? They got weapons, they drawn, they done killed motherfuckers.
Bro.
Why the fuck do you capture them alive?
Because
Shoot them niggas.
Because them niggas, they goddamn do the shit and then they go turn themselves in. That's what the fuck they do.
They do.
They walk right past the police with the motherfucking gun in their hand.
I just killed 12 people.
Okay.
I'm ready to turn myself in now.
Maybe that's the
Because
move.
you know, bitch, we finna come for your motherfucking ass.
If you want to get away with it, that's the
But
move.
ain't got no sense of motherfucking restraint when it comes to black people who's not even doing nothing, existing. In their
Old
own
people,
motherfucking
older
shit.
people, that shit was crazy, bro. That was just heinous.
Do y'all remember that one movie with I want to say his name is Nate Parker, and he takes the police station hostage?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What's the name of it? Do you
Ladder
remember?
49.
No. I can't remember.
The only reason I'm bringing this movie up is because at the end of that movie, spoiler alert, he takes the whole police station hostage, and it's a hostage situation, SWAT team, all that.
Pelham 1 to 3.
No. At the end of all of it, he walks outside unarmed, and they still shoot him. And it just
Skin.
American Skin. It makes me think about what you just said, and like, white boy probably shot up all the shit, and then he came out with the gun down and like hands up, and they really let him live.
And still able to, like, if he wanted to turn and take out a couple of y'all motherfuckers, but y'all let these niggas live.
But
I don't understand.
And I hate that because I really feel like if it's a person of any color, it ain't even got to be specifically black, but like it could be Arab especially. Like anything with some color, nah. Soon as you walk outside, they shooting your ass.
But they be reacting out of fear, bro. That's what the whole thing is, because they scared, bro. Like they not scared of their goddamn white counterparts.
And the only thing that we historically gotta be scared of is fucking
them.
white people.
It's them. That shit is so ironic. That shit is crazy.
I hate when you make me be the fucking white crusader.
Bro, that's the truth.
Dog, that is not fucking true,
Bro, I got pulled over by a policeman, and this man was shaking like a leaf. I'm telling you, bro, he was so scared.
He was intimidated by you?
Yes. By me. And I'm just like, of course I had an attitude, though. I'm not even gonna flex. But I wasn't acting like, right? But I wasn't acting like no ruthless ass nigga. But if I would have made one false move, that nigga would have shot my black ass. Real talk.
He was scared.
He was scared as fuck. And these kids, they really be kids too. On top of that, a lot of these police officers, they be kids. They be younger than us now.
Maybe that was just because he was a kid, he didn't have the experience to like put down so many black.
These cops are young as fuck, bro. They young.
Let me hear you say this shit is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
This shit is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
Bananas. I feel like
I like bananas. I just never know when to stop. Banana, Batman.
John, you picking up what I'm putting down?
I mean, y'all are making it that way. I mean,
It's kind of zesty.
I mean, yeah, because if you make it that way,
That was a lot of zest.
I guess, yeah.
I like bananas. I just don't know when to stop.
That was it for me.
Of course. Yeah, the
That was good. That was really good.
it was definitely a comic strip that I saw man long ago.
With his hoochie daddy shorts on, though.
Right. All right. We are back.
We're back. All right. Mozart got his theory. What? All right.
I don't remember what we were saying, but somebody say something.
All right. So I'm thinking, like, what if, because they are aware that there is,
Those are yours? Yeah. Why would you just be all the way over here, dude? Throw them shits back over here. I was looking at something real quick. This nigga fishing.
So they're very aware of the strategy divide and conquer. By they, I mean white people.
I was about to say, what are we talking about again?
My random theory I thought of while you guys were discussing some other thing before the cutoff. But, you know, they're aware of the strategy divide and conquer. And obviously integrating is much nicer than not. But what if they purposely want us to hate them? To keep us in a state of mind where we just don't want to be included with them.
I don't hate white people.
But I'm saying it's just like, look, like the propaganda right now is like, we know for a fact that if you Arab or black, you about to get shot in those situations. But what if that's not really the case? What if that's just what if that's just all they're actually showing to actually make themselves look like the bad guy? to have us keep considering them as the bad guy on purpose.
Why would they do that?
To keep us divided.
Okay, but wait. I'm sorry. Before I forget, I just have to interject with this theory. I'm sorry. Put it on pause for a second.
Yeah, go ahead, because it's just a theory.
I want to know though, is the death penalty an option for that man?
For which man?
Yes.
It is.
Yes. So the only charge he got hit with so far is first degree murder, which in New York State the penalty for that, the highest penalty is I think the death penalty, I believe, or it might be just life in prison.
I was about to say I don't think New York has a death penalty.
I don't think they don't.
Right, New York State, yeah. So I think it's just life in prison. Let me change that.
I'm almost sure that New York doesn't.
He should get life in prison though. I don't care how old that motherfucker is.
Yeah,
I feel like he should get the death penalty.
Well, that's the next best thing.
Anyways, I don't know about none of this legal shit. But,
Do y'all support the death penalty? I know you said.
I mean, it's some motherfuckers who just need to die, bro. Because you're doing way too much, bro. You doing way too much. You gotta go. You gotta go.
Like an eye for an eye. Like you killing people, you need to be killed.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
Yep.
I do, bro. I mean, fair.
Especially
right?
mass killing.
I want to agree with that, but only if it was like if it wasn't us making that decision, like it just had like the universe decided, yeah, you gonna die because you did this shit. Like let karma decide, not let us.
And
decide.
us deciding it is his motherfucking karma and from the universe.
Is it?
Carlos,
I don't know.
Such a hippie.
That shit, I don't know, like that, like it's, I don't know. It's just like, cause I want to say I agree with the death penalty if you deserve it, but then it's just like, who am I to make that decision? Is how I feel.
Who is he to make that decision? And we making the same decision that he thought it was okay, so we gonna show him that
Right,
it's okay.
but that doesn't give me the right just because he did.
Kind of does.
Yeah, thank you.
No,
How so?
it probably gives the people who did die. It probably gives them the right, but it doesn't give me the right.
Why do you say it kind of does?
Huh?
Why do you say it kind of does?
I'm going off what he said.
Because he
took
did
action,
it.
right? You said this was okay. Okay, so we about to do exactly what... Because you didn't pick the 10 people per se. Like, he was going killing 10 random people as far as he knew. It wasn't personal. All right, this shit ain't personal either. So we about to kill you now. You did what you did. Now we about to do what you did to them to you.
Exactly. That,
Right.
I mean, my
thing
then
is this. I'm not saying that the death penalty goes specifically with anybody who killed death, because you might rape somebody in my family and might come after you and kill you, and I don't feel like I should die because of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You caused a grave misjustice. However, if I'm just willy-nilly killing motherfuckers, kill me. I do not deserve to live.
right.
I do not deserve to live anymore.
Real nigga shit though, for real.
But I mean, the whole eye for an eye thing is just like, okay, I'm all of a sudden judging you, but then that kind of puts me on that judgment block where it's just like, all right, then judge my minor misgivings to the world as well.
Killing 10 people is not a minor.
They not
shit.
minor,
Right,
and that's why. That's,
Right, his
that's
is
exactly
that
why,
person's is not minor.
That's exactly why I
but
said if it's on a personal level, me one-to-one killing
judge.
somebody, even if it's me going after like all your niggas, like you offended me and I go after your family. That's still different.
Let
to
that
me.
white man kill a bunch of Mexicans and see if you feel the same way.
I still feel the same way. Like, it's like, I'm just saying, it's
He
just
not
like.
Mexican. He don't feel.
I mean,
I love that I made that a thing.
Or
Like, Ghost
Irish.
is not Mexican at all, but I keep calling him Mexican that people don't know that he's not.
Okay, Irish.
No, but I'm saying, I'm just saying, it's just like, you know, like if we're gonna go with Proverbs, you know, it's just like, then okay, then like he who hath no sin cast the first stone, you know, it's like that kind of shit. It's like, what, you're gonna judge this person because what,
It's
you
not even
just
about
haven't had
judging. It's
10
more like
people,
this
bro.
has to be stopped. This behavior is not acceptable for the rest of motherfuckers to live here.
Like, I'm not
So
saying
this gotta be
too often.
stopped.
I'm not saying that
What happened
person.
to these people?
I'm not saying the person shouldn't die. Like I really think that you know, you kill, like
Listen.
you probably should die as well. But at the same time, it's just like, who am I to do that? Is what I'm saying.
There
I
are
bet-
levels of sin. There are tiers. And I'm a
There are.
nigga on the lower tier, so I can judge you niggas up there.
Listen, and I bet that boy commissary is on 10 in prison or jail, wherever the fuck he at
And
right
then,
now.
and then you're saying levels of sin, but like on whose plane? Like, what do you mean? Like, whose God is judging me on this shit? Like, what do you mean? Like, who in reality is actually without sin?
So abstractly, yeah, okay, whatever. But literally, he's an American. He's going to be a judge by the American system and morals and codes and culture. Yeah. Going back to the conversation we had earlier. So by our standards and codes, you need to die.
He need to be hung from
Need to be hung.
But who is making the decision?
You know why I love
American people.
I love Los's argument because I feel like it's a really, really millennial argument. And I feel like that's what people of our age tend to argue as far as like, you might feel like it's common sense or just understandable that a person who kills, and I'm not a killer, I should be able to judge them harshly because of that. But I feel like a lot of millennials be feeling like all the things that we assume are just regular, maybe we need to rethink those things. And that's what I feel like his argument essentially is.
And which is why I agree with the millennials in general. But until them rules change, there are still other rules and customs and way that we go about things until those things change.
And right is right and wrong is wrong, bro. You did the ultimate wrong, bro. You took 10 lives.
And so you need to die?
Got to go.
Yeah, I think death is like murder is the one thing.
How ultimate is it? Would you rather be tortured and stay alive, or would you rather just die quickly?
I would rather live, period, my nigga. Don't torture me, don't touch me, bitch.
But that's not the question I'm asking. That you're not given that choice in that situation.
Does it take any monstrosity away from what he did?
No, they're both bad choices.
What are the choices again?
Stay alive and be tortured while you're alive, or just die.
I choose die. But y'all know my worst fear is to be tortured, so.
Your worst fear is to wake up blindfolded in a room, nigga.
Just kill me, bro. Like, we don't got to do this.
So the guy didn't kill anyone. So what? Now the choice is to torture him, or does he get the death penalty?
Well, no, Well, then if he didn't kill nobody, he just tortured them. Then no, he go to prison for X amount of years, my nigga. He didn't take nobody's life.
So I'm gonna jump on Los's side only because I also really don't support the death penalty. Like, I feel like there are situations where it's warranted, but I just don't like the idea of us killing somebody.
I don't like the idea either.
Because I feel like it's so much nuance. Like, what if old boy was just really had a mental issue, or really was just misguided his whole life and he made some stupid ass decision and now we gotta kill him? I feel like we should just put him in jail for the rest of his life. You know
I'm
what I'm
gonna
saying?
veer just a little bit to y'all side, only for the simple fact that this system ain't built for us to succeed. And I know that
Who is us?
Black people, people of color.
Okay. I'm thinking of the white boy right now, but okay, go ahead.
What I'm saying is that this system is not built for us to succeed. So I can imagine if we just enacted a system where, all right, you need to die for this, then I can see that ultimately affecting us way more than it affect them, right? But I also feel like we're not the ones that's doing mass shootings and stuff. We're not the ones that's doing impersonal attacks or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? However, that's neither here nor there. I still feel like certain people, like, that behavior has to be stopped. And just like John had mentioned, like, his commissary probably through the roof. This nigga probably got supporters, so he's gonna live a nice, comfortable life. Not gonna have to pay no rent. Not gonna have to be out here motherfucking struggling and shit.
Well, don't make it sound like jail.
I'm not saying that
prison
jail
healthy
is
alternative,
bro.
Like, that's the life he wants
Prison
to
is
live.
plush, bro.
But
Some
he
prison.
also took 10 fucking lives and he still get to fucking live. For free.
Cable and cell phones.
For free.
Twitter and
Heard you, Ace. I gotta address what
We
what
pay
John
for him.
Said. You said jail life is plush. Is that what I heard?
No.
I'm
I
not
said
sure because there was a
prison
lot of people talking.
I said, please.
He said his commissary is probably up there.
But yeah,
He said something after that.
I did. I'm saying because his commissary up there that he living a good life. Like, niggas have cell phones in jail. Niggas be having TVs in jail, bro.
They on Twitter and shit.
That's
Niggas
what I'm
cooking
saying. Get the
hibachi in
fuck
jail.
out of here. Hibachi,
I
my
seen
nigga.
that video.
You ain't
I
gotta
don't even cook hibachi at
you ain't
home.
gotta be white. You ain't gotta
Hibachi.
be white for that though.
Niggas
I
is
didn't
definitely-
see that video. Somebody
Niggas is
informed
definitely
me.
cooking.
It was
You
like
ain't
a
gotta be
grill
white for
made
that,
under
man.
the stairs.
If you in jail, you
fire.
probably got your connects and you getting that anyways.
Exactly. And the girl, and
Like, it doesn't matter if you're white or not.
you know how many security these girls are sneaking in cocaine, weed, cigarettes, and all this shit in for that shit.
So,
But wait, what Losh just said? He said, what you said, that he probably still giving that whether you black or white?
That good life in jail.
But my thing is,
like if you got that connect
with this particular person and Dylan Roof type niggas, right? These niggas got worldwide publicity, so it's plenty of people who all have money who are supporting their ideology. So they're living a good life. But if you shoot my cousin, I come shoot you, now I go to jail. I ain't living no plush ass life. Okay. And I done altered the life of everybody else who is impacted by my presence in their life.
Bro, you killed my grandma, bro.
This is a genuine question. If you have $1 million in your commissary, does that make your jail life like easy? I want to ask significantly better.
Comfortable. It makes it hella comfortable.
You got way more options than every other inmate in there. Way more options.
You just get more like options for noodles, don't you?
No, I mean, no,
bro, because that's money.
You're trading all of that.
Any situation,
because
you will never have any situation.
Because you got the good ramen.
You got the ramen. You got the cigarette.
And no one else got as much as you do, so they come into you when they don't got it themselves, and now you got favors.
You charging them, so you getting more money because you can access the favors.
You giving out commissaries, but they giving you favors.
Bro, you got so much noodles, you could buy security in that motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. And I hear y'all, and I understand how that gives you leverage, but
comfortable.
Does that also make your jail stay
comfortable?
Enjoyable.
Think about the motherfucking lady who just
yes. Because I was gonna say no. It's gonna make your jail stay better than the normal jail stay, but
you're not getting a queen size plush bed. No, but do you got to deal with the same mental stress that other people got? No, because with those noodles and those cigarettes, you could literally buy everybody else in the prison. Mm-hmm. That's real. Mm-hmm. You can buy protection. You can buy your way into a group. Security guards, you can buy shit in there.
It's a easier to understand class system that if you got the resource, you can probably climb that rank a lot easier.
Have you been to jail before?
No.
Right, I've been to jail before.
But have you been to prison?
I've never been to prison. I've been to jail, but that's how I know that jail and prison are like on two different levels. Though.
What's the difference?
Yeah,
I actually have.
What's the difference?
I went to Douglasville prison. You get more freedom in prison.
Mm-hmm. Cause you're there.
How long were you in jail?
You're there for a long time.
I went to jail about 3 times in my life.
I was about to say I've been in holding several times.
No.
Niggas never would like took me in front of the judge and was like, "Hey, you got to do 30 plus days," and I've never had that.
Probation is a motherfucker. I failed my drug test and they had me right there and locked up. Won't let me out because I was on probation.
That happened to me actually.
But I wasn't in a holding cell. Thank God I got a praying family. Praise the Lord.
Amen.
And I ain't never went back, but
I actually had some shit though where I lost a court case, and they said, or I might have won, but they said you owe like $1,000 in court fees, and they said you can either go on probation until you pay the court fees, or you can pay it outright and go about your life. And I'm like, I don't have the $1,000, so I gotta go on probation until I pay this shit.
That shit is the biggest scam, bro.
Oh my God.
That shit is the biggest scam, bro. That shit is nothing about. That's all about money, bro.
That is some shit.
All about money.
To this day, every time I think about it, it makes me really, really mad. Like, makes my blood boil. Like,
just being on probation, they're like, "Oh, you're on probation? Psh, I bet you gotta pay extra now. It's not just $1,000.
We can subject you to random drug tests if you get pulled over.
To extend the shit. And that's how you get caught in the system, bro.
Oh my God.
And think about that, TZ. Like, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Like, it costs money to be fucking broke, bro.
It do.
To go to jail and be fucking broke.
It's expensive to be poor.
Oh yeah,
is the saying.
Here, to backtrack a little bit, I know some of us here like conspiracy theories. I just came up with one.
I already disagree.
All right.
I already hate it. I hate conspiracy theories.
Did y'all just see how he just eyeballed the shit out of me? His whole eye, he's like...
Good. Maybe you'll support him because I hate all conspiracy theories. I'm ready.
What if the death penalty is just the easy way out? Like, they really consider it like, yo, you don't deserve the bad jail time. You can die.
It'll still be disproportionately given to us, man. That's all I'm going to say. That's the only reason why I can't 100% support the death penalty. because I know that, like, the youngest person on the death penalty, George Steinme, was 14 years old, and he was killed just off some he say, she say shit. So I know that shit gonna disproportionately affect us.
That's why it's tough for me to support the death penalty, because I feel like it's always extenuating circumstances, whether it be racism, mental health, just circumstance.
Yeah, but these niggas instantly said that was a hate crime. Like 10 minutes after the first report, they knew that this was a hate crime. Niggas like that need to go.
But it's like social shit as well. Like, this is not the Buffalo shit, because what he did was obviously like wrong. I think that's
apparently they still saying allegedly, so I don't know.
Allegedly,
that killed me.
What?
Allegedly shot.
We beyond
right.
Come on.
That's
let's not talk about it again.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, like, maybe the social climate at that time is not even willing to discuss or debate the merits of what happened, or not even, let's not say merits, but the injustice of what happened, and they automatically jump to the death penalty when, this was fucked up and he definitely needs to be jailed forever, but we don't need to kill him. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just so much nuance to that.
But the thing is,
and
jail,
death is final.
Jail is almost
over.
like a reward in these situations, though.
And it's a reward in that they get to keep living is the only reward.
No,
but it's not like they get high quality of life.
They don't get a high quality of life, but what do you expect for free? If you giving away free shit, I don't expect it to be the best shit in your store. So they not paying rent, they not paying taxes, they not paying the cost of living, they get a square meal a day. It might be bullshit, but all of their basic needs as a human are met.
But their life outside of jail could be worse than actual jail as well. So
it
could be an improvement.
These niggas got white
but wait,
privilege,
I also want to bring to what you said. Yes, it was bullshit that they judged him to go on the death penalty off of some he say she say shit. Mm-hmm. So then why is it okay to have people wrongly judge someone to the death penalty? To my point, where it's just, who are we to make that judgment?
Because this not he say, she say. This not allegedly. This actually fucking happened. He has fucking proof of why he killed these people.
Apparently, it is still allegedly.
Nah, that's just, I feel like y'all moved the goalposts on what we was talking about. Definitely, these type of crimes, specific types of crimes, should be a no-brainer. Yeah, there are certain ones where there are extenuating circumstances, but like y'all moved the goalposts. So I was like,
I disagree. I have to disagree, because I'm not advocating for this man, but what is his mental state? Like, for you to do something like this, it makes me think you're off in the head. And so if you really are off in the head and it's something genetic and not necessarily social, or even if it is social, like, what if your mom really fucked you up from the day you was born to 18 years old?
His mama said he didn't, and his papers that he wrote, he said she didn't, and the people in his community said she didn't. So everything you talking about, he was evaluated by psychologists, and they said he was fine a year ago. Like, there was a whole lot of paperwork with his shit that say he was fine by all measures of society.
Again, not advocating for old boy. I'm just playing devil's advocate and asking the questions. If he's just perfectly good, what will provoke a person to do something that is perfectly not okay? If you're perfectly good.
Because he had what he
and you hate people
reason.
so much that you feel like it's worth, and you understand everything that is at stake. You say, I'm going to do this, and I'm willing to die for it.
He didn't think about that shit. He didn't think all the way through. He's still 18. He only young.
No, he did think about it. He said he had 3 minutes to get out that store. He thought about it to the minute. He said, I got 3 minutes to get out of this store. Security going to be at the front. I'm going to hit him, kill him, kick his gun away, go around the corner. The last time I came here and scouted in March, the check lines were busy, so I expect that's where the most black people going to be. I'm going to shoot all of them, and if they run, I'm going to go down every aisle one by one, and then I'm going to go in the back room, but I got 3 minutes tops to get out of this store, and when I get out, on my way out, I'm shooting everybody on the streets. Mm-hmm. That's what he wrote and said.
Yeah, because it was so premeditated, he deserves to just...
Exactly. I'm taking all this in, and I'm not trying to advocate for him.
Because my point is, here's the part
where
I don't even want to give him the chance to live, because his reason for doing what he's doing is to spark inspiration, to spark a revolution. He wants to see, did what I do work? Did it serve the purpose that I intended, which was to stop this great replacement, which was to scare black people, which was to help my people, white people? You're not going to even get to find out.
But
you're
dying,
dead.
Him dying might allow him.
You gotta speak on the mic, my boy.
If he do get the like death penalty, it might goddamn make him feel like a martyr.
He can feel like that. And when he dies, that feeling is gone. It no longer exists. It's gone.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. His feelings are gone. You're gone when you're dead.
His feelings are gone, but that feeling of him being a martyr, it actually does.
It's gonna live on in other people.
It does inspire more.
Great. Y'all can worship him. And if y'all do what he did, y'all gonna suffer the same fate.
True enough. And let that be enough to carry your ass straight.
There's a finality.
He said what he said.
Do this, you will end up like him. Final.
Period.
Go.
Understood.
Hold on. Just because you agree with something, don't make it right.
Your body shots to your chest, nigga.
If I agree with it, it make it right to me.
I mean, yes. I'm not taking that away from you. I'm just taking that away from you.
I hear you. And again, I'm not advocating for this man because I don't want to continue making judgments. But
I understand from a psychologist.
Yeah,
from his mental
I
state.
get what he's saying too.
I know, but
at the same time,
this sounds like
we have so many mental issues that we can't even get addressed because of disparities, and this shit has been going on for hundreds of fucking years. But we are not the motherfuckers doing mass shootings. And we got reasons to.
We do. We got reasons.
We got reasons to.
I'm scared to go to the grocery store now.
I hate that y'all make me be the fucking advocate for the fucking.
Bro, but what he said is real. Yo, my mom called me today.
That's not true.
She said, yo, you should have seen how fast I was in the grocery store. People in Buffalo, no, it's real. They are afraid to go to the grocery store. Black people are afraid to go to the grocery store. Black people are afraid to be out in that community.
This guy can come into our community, traumatize us on a collective scale, generationally, and he's supposed to just walk out here and be okay?
Walk out where? He's in, like, what I'm advocating for is jail for life. That's not walk out anywhere. Walk out to the yard.
He get to walk away from this situation. I don't get to walk away from this situation. Every time I close my eyes and wake up, I still have to relive this situation again.
But you get to live.
Not gonna be that bad. He get to live. It's gonna be other white supremacists. Jail and prison is already segregated by gangs and race, so he gonna be perfectly at home.
Right.
Yeah, with his white people.
He didn't have no friends when he was free. He didn't have that great of a life.
Yeah, I don't think you guys should keep equating freedom to being in jail. Like
we're not, but y'all equating discomfort to being in jail, and not everybody is uncomfortable in jail. Some people will literally get released from jail and do shit to get sent back to jail because jail is where they're comfortable.
Yep.
And they're not comfortable being free.
They can't survive in the real life.
And once again, what is the quality of life? If you feel like it's better for you in jail, how well was your life outside
exactly, but that's relative because some people are not eating 3 times a day outside of jail and they go to jail and they eat 3 times a day. Some people outside of jail don't have a roof over their head, but in jail you have a roof over your head. So everything you're saying is still relative too.
So again, I am not advocating for the person,
right.
for this person to live.
You haven't made a point. You're asking questions and I'm answering them.
Yes, I'm. The point is, just because death is final.
Yes.
There is nothing after death. There is no understanding. There is no, can we help this person? There is no recidification. Exactly. There is no rejuvenation in death. There is end.
And you caused that 10 times the fuck over.
That is our point.
Bye.
I don't care if you had a mental illness. I don't care what your reason is. Once you create to that scale, I ain't trying to solve your problem. I ain't trying to fix you.
And that's, I guess, where I will have to differentiate from everybody.
Right. That's what you're saying.
Everybody is.
You haven't said it yet.
No, there is. There needs to be some understanding. Because if you don't give understanding, then you're just like him. You're like, all right, we got this theory. This is what you did. This is what we feel. You need to die. His theory was, which wasn't based in fucking falseness, the replacement theory is happening. In 20 years, minorities will be the majority. White people are going to have exponentially less power. Does that mean what he did was right? No. But you should get to live. You should get to... No. We should explore this deeper. You should not have to die because you did the worst thing.
I don't need you.
You did something terrible.
That. I don't need you presently here to explore that. So yes, there's always a trial. There's questions.
We do.
There's investigation.
Yes, we do.
We get to the bottom
He's not the only person that thinks like that.
He's not.
Exactly. So now we kill him. Now we kill him, and now we make a martyr of him. And now when other people come and do it, they're not gonna feel like what I did was wrong. They're gonna feel like what I did was for the greater good.
They gonna feel like that regardless.
They're not. No.
Are you kidding me?
We're going to excuse you from the conversation.
Dylan Roof was the first one. He's the second one. So Dylan Roof obviously inspired him.
He ain't the first.
He's still alive. That's the problem. That's the problem.
That's probably is the
It's
problem.
no
'Cause
consequence for no action.
they not
That's the
killing them.
problem.
Okay.
They not killing them, and that's probably why it's so many.
Okay.
I feel like
They
if
not
they
dying
kill
for
them,
this
no
shit.
one else is gonna be.
Listen, this is how
inspired.
afraid he is to
Like,
die.
I
He
feel.
put the shotgun to his head and he stopped and he said, "Nah, I'm gonna just give up." He don't want to die, but he okay with going to jail. He thought this through and didn't think I'm gonna get away. He's made the decision. No, jail ain't that bad. He was about to kill us, so he said, "No, this shit terrible. I ain't gonna do that."
And do you feel like if the death penalty was a factor in New York that he wouldn't have did it? Because I don't think that.
That he wouldn't have did it.
That he wouldn't have did it.
Criminals don't give a fuck about laws.
They don't.
Criminals don't give a fuck about life, nigga. And
Right.
you know every gangster, real gangster that I know is like, yo, I'm either gonna die or end up in prison. So what the fuck am I? Why would I not do
So
that?
if this person don't care about life, don't care about the quality of life for other people, why should we give a fuck about his
Exactly.
quality of life?
Because we're humans, and that's what humanity is.
But he's not
No, but
deserving of humanity.
Now I'm a hippie on the pod.
Humanity is
Nigga,
violence.
because everybody's
It's not
life is
humanity.
important.
That's
Life
hippie
is
shit.
valuable.
Violence
Well,
is
why
bad.
Life
he taking
is
10
valuable,
lives,
but he shouldn't
bro?
be taking
His life
fucking
not valuable.
lives.
He don't care about his life.
We advocate for
It's
violence.
like if it's
I'm not.
check this out. If it's a machine, right, that's killing people, right, you're not gonna keep sending people to the machine. You're gonna find a way to turn the fucking machine off.
You're gonna find a way to
Turn the machine off, or you're not gonna be
improve the
around.
mechanism of the machine.
Somebody get your
Is what
brother
we're
ass out of here.
I know. In other news, YSL and Young Thug all got arrested on RICO charges. More people in jail.
Hold on, better segue. You know, since we talking about clipping people, Nick Cannon considering his vasectomy.
That was not a. Come on, can we get a poll?
No.
Which one was a better
Well,
segue?
I can explain.
Which one was a better
I mean,
segue?
we was
Nick
already
Cannon
on
is
jail.
premeditating
I didn't get to
murder.
explain
That
my
was a good
segue.
segue. You didn't get to explain yours though. That was a good segue. You didn't get to explain yours. We was already on jail.
People.
He's premeditating murder.
Clipping.
Why do you say that? Because he's obviously not getting any abortions. He's letting these babies flow.
No, but he's considering the vasectomy. He's considering not letting these babies be born.
Can somebody help me understand how you can have the vasectomy and still have an orgasm? No, I don't understand how that shit works.
I heard that you can still have kids when you have a vasectomy. Like it's not as final as a tube
How does
tying.
that shit work?
Google.
Los, you be having the scientific facts for us. Do you know?
I mean, they just tying the tube. Shit could still slip through.
But a vasectomy is a cut.
Cutting that shit, yeah.
I've heard of women getting
Ejaculating.
pregnant.
But that's also
that have gotten
reversible.
their tubes
So it's like it's not something that they're doing that's permanent to you.
So have you ever heard that a person gets a vasectomy and then still gets someone pregnant?
I heard of it.
Yeah.
Okay, because I've heard of that more commonly than I've heard of tubes tying. But you're saying that you've
I've
heard it
of
differently.
that. Somebody
A
got the
vasectomy?
tube tied and she was still able to have a child.
A vasectomy works by stopping sperm getting into a man's semen, the fluid that he ejaculates.
Right. There's two separate tubes, two separate sources.
Wait. What?
So you can still
A vasectomy
you can still
works by
ejaculate.
stopping sperm from getting into a man's semen.
Yeah, you can still
During the
ejaculate
life-giving force.
when
Yeah,
you
your
when you get a
sperm just won't
vasectomy.
be in the fluid that you ejaculate. Those are two different sources.
That you essentially turning yourself into a 14-year-old boy that didn't get your balls didn't drop yet.
You know what they say? How they say women who be what they say? Squirting be pissing. It's probably the same thing. With
I mean, it's a different liquid, but yeah. Don't it come from like a different hole too?
the
like, in there?
tubes that carry
Yeah.
sperm from a man's testicles to the penis are cut, blocked, or sealed with heat. This means that when a man ejaculates, the semen has no sperm in it, and the woman's egg can't be fertilized.
Well, shout out. No, fuck that. Nick Cannon, you making the wrong decision. Keep getting these hoes pregnant.
Yeah, TZ doesn't believe in the death penalty, so you shouldn't get the vasectomy.
So I also don't believe in stopping procreation. Fuck that, man.
So wait. Let's get real political then. Like, what's up with this abortion law? What you think about that?
I don't know shit about it. In general, I think that it's wrong. I think that everyone should be able to get abortions.
You
but
think everybody should get abortions if they want one, right?
Yeah.
I'm also a millennial, and I have sex for fun, not for procreation. So I think I would feel like that.
So you would? Oh, okay, right.
So it's like, yeah, I should be able to get abortions whenever I want to.
I mean, I think it's just a woman's right. Like, I don't think you can take that away from them.
Yeah,
Exactly.
We can think about it from their perspective too.
I mean, that's the main perspective.
Thank you.
I can't stand it.
That's the main perspective, yeah. But I mean, we ain't women, so we gotta consider it from our viewpoint, looking at theirs.
Yeah, but that's not important.
I agree that theirs probably is more important or more relevant.
Yeah.
But as a man, I think my perspective is important.
It's cool, but I just also feel like no one should be able to dictate that directive for me. No one should be able to tell me what I can do with my body.
Gosh, and now we got to get into another just cliche argument. But how much influence does a man have in that decision? Because yeah, it's your body, but we both did this, and so like, shouldn't I have some type of say in what happens after you get pregnant?
The correct answer is no, but probably yeah.
The politically correct answer is no.
I would say yes and no, because yes, okay, a man and woman did do it together, but at the end of the day, I'm the person who has to carry the child.
That's all assuming this is consensual sex.
Well,
of course.
I'm also the person who has to take care of the child.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was about to say.
But a lot of
it has to be
times
understanding. Like, if you don't want this because you don't want to take care of it, and you still want it, then I feel like then it's on you.
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe. Like, I have to physically be involved with this child, at least for 9 months, even if I don't want this child, right? Mm-hmm. I have to physically carry and nurture this motherfucking child while you get to fucking live your life, and then if you so choose to be present, then you'll be around. But there's no repercussions for irresponsible fathers. They just put all this blame on women.
What are the repercussions for irresponsible mothers?
Not being able to have the abortions that they want.
But and then on top of that though, like when you think about the animal kingdom and like how
that was a bar, that was a good one, Ace.
When you think about animal kingdom though, and like how a lot of times that's all the men do is just get the female pregnant, like, and be having like Nick Cannon these goddamn animals. You know what I'm saying? Like multiple hoes. So.
That
was a good one. So that was another good one right there.
So how much role or how much impact does the father or whatever have impact?
Well, the thing is, we differ from animals because of our consciousness and the way that we interact with each other. So we can say that we are similar and we can do similar things, but at the same time,
you got to be on a certain brain wavelength.
You still have this responsibility. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But your mentality got to be up there. If you down living this animalistic mentality, you know what I'm saying? You're going to do animalistic things.
Right. And that's the problem. Like, we all operating at too much lower of a frequency.
Yeah.
That shouldn't even be an option. If you create a child, you should just fucking be there. There shouldn't be no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Exactly.
So you don't, as you wear your wildin' out shirt, you don't agree with Nick Cannon and his way of life.
I just wanted to say, first off, you know what I'm saying?
Was he there? Was he there?
He was there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was he there when?
When I went to Wild Out.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, like, for, like, the birth of each of his kids. Because, I mean, maybe, but I can see him not. That's a lot of time.
This is my thing. I honestly can't see how Nick is being present and involved for his children, especially with the type of schedule that he has. And I know that just simply claiming your children, you know, that's what you're supposed to do if you are a creator of them. So how he raises his children, I don't really have an opinion on, because I don't know. I don't see that. All I know is what he showed us. Do I think that it's wise of him to have all these baby mamas? No. But at the same time...
If he can afford it...
If he can afford it, if he can manage it, and if he can be there and do what he's supposed to do within those relationships, by all means, do you, boo.
But
do you.
Was Nick's father in his life? I don't think he was.
I think he was.
I think he was too. I think he
was.
was.
Like a whole family, like billionaires, like you can't just necessarily get up in the Cannon.
You never grew up watching Keeping Up with the Cannons?
That was in an alternate universe, my nigga.
I guess I'm gonna ask this real quick before we move on to the positives of the week. Do y'all think Nick Cannon is doing more damage than good?
How?
and his having multiple kids with multiple baby moms, and he obviously is not gonna be dad of the year for each of these kids. Like that's just he's just not gonna be able to do it.
I just think that's that man life. You know what I'm saying? And what he eat don't make me shit. Like I got too much of my own shit going on to be worried about what the fuck.
All right, but this is a podcast. And we talk about other people's shit. So
I feel like he's doing good. Because, I mean, from his personal standpoint, like hearing that he had, some type of disease and he wants to kind of spread his seed and he has the money to afford it and be able to afford these women a good life, even if he's not physically present with the children, they going to be straight. So I feel like he's all right.
He also seems to, uplift
and be awoke
and be positive of his baby mamas. Like, it don't seem like a whole lot of toxicity within that. Outside of having all of these kids, but if all of these women are cool with the relationships you have, ain't none of them speaking out. Ain't none of them saying that he's a bad
okay,
baby
none of them. None of them
saying that they living below their life.
Care.
Not even Mariah.
As long as I got money, and
money taken care of.
And I got you, and I am taking care of like all of my baby mamas. It's all right to be a deadbeat dad.
He's not a deadbeat dad.
No,
you can't be a deadbeat dad if you're doing
But the argument is he's obviously not going to be best dad of the year though, for every single one of them.
That don't mean he's going to be deadbeat though.
But he's not there.
That just means absent. Deadbeat is different.
He's providing but not present.
No, I believe that he gonna be there for his kid.
Yeah, deadbeat
if you
was
pay child support. Does that mean you're a deadbeat dad?
Yeah, deadbeat was a bad word, but he.
I'll buy a piece
if
of land.
the money you provides for all the child's needs and aspirations you're providing, you're just not present. A lot of niggas pay child support, but they don't provide for shit. I used to get child support and it was $7 a fucking week. That ain't shit.
Not asking $0.84 check.
Not asking about Nick Cannon. Okay. Asking in general. If you pay child support, that is you're not a deadbeat dad.
No, that's not. No, because if your child support does not provide, it's not.
If your child support is enough to provide all the needs of that child, then you're not a deadbeat dad.
Okay, understood. I don't have any argument. I think also for Nick Cannon, I think he kind of felt like he was dying, so he probably wasn't even worried about like if I'm gonna be in the child's life because he's like I'm gonna die.
Yeah,
so
I feel like
I'm not gonna be in the child's life anyways.
I feel like,
but at least I can make a financial a good life for them.
I feel like he should buy a pice of land and move all his baby mamas on it.
Ooh, he should.
His kids.
It must suck.
I don't feel like Nick is having this perspective. I haven't seen no arguments where he's out here saying that he don't have that's been other people's perception and presumption about what he got going on because it's well known that he got lupus.
Oh, I'll send you the clip. He addressed it. He said something like that.
I thought I did as well.
Please send me a clip.
Because he was wearing turbans and stuff for a minute. Was that just him being, fashionable?
No, that's
just
I felt like his
spirituality.
hair was, Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It'd be
and that peg. What is it when you have multiple wives?
Polygamy.
Polygamy shit.
He said peg.
No. Oh shit.
All right, so shout out to Nick Cannon, man. I hope that you keep having kids and that everybody lives happily ever after. Does anybody have any positives of the week before we
Are you gonna shame us for not having none like you do every week?
Mm-hmm. Yes. I mean,
no
this week because I don't have any.
I woke up this morning. Let that be a positive, bro.
Oh gosh.
Gratitude.
That's your best positive?
I mean, why wouldn't it be? I was driving down the street and I was just being grateful for the people who landscape the trees, the people who laid the pavement for the road, like the cars that I'm riding in, the fucking street lights that work, like just appreciating everything for everybody for the jobs that they do that commit to the peaceful or the type of lifestyle that I live. You know what I'm saying? And I believe like this job is everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really should be jobless. Just everywhere you turn, it's a goddamn job, a trade or something.
I'm appreciative of 2 Chainz. Let's end it on that.
I will say this because this is what I want to end it on. I've over the past month, maybe 2 months, I've had a lot of shit happen to me. Just a lot of things self-imposed and otherwise. And what I'll say is anything that is positive happening in your life, whether it just be the fact that you can drive down the street and enjoy beautiful weather and trees and your car works, I definitely think my positive of the week is just to advocate for people to appreciate the positives. Because, I had a friend this past week who, went through a little domestic violence issue. And, I was trying to be there for her. And my grandfather died recently. And, like I told you, we were talking about the Buffalo shooting recently. My dad lives in that neighborhood. He was going to go get his check cashed, 10 minutes before that. And so, again, just a lot of negatives, but it's also been so many positives. I have a lot of positive things happening in my life right now. And so while I don't have a specific one positive of the week, I would definitely just advocate for everybody to, whatever the positives in your life are, really make an effort to recognize them and appreciate them.
You know what that reminds me of?
Preach.
What I feel like I learned the meaning of the phrase way too late, but stop and smell the roses. Appreciate the process. I know that was one of yours, but that's the equivalent. It's stop and smell the roses. When it's there, definitely appreciate it, because you're only there for that moment.
Yeah, I had a discussion with somebody. It might have been you, Tania. I was talking, I think it was Tania, about the earth has been here billions of years. Civilization has been here hundreds of thousands, if not millions of years, human civilization. We're only here for 100 years. And we get such a small glimpse of what the grand scheme of humanity and society and life really is. And we really just got to appreciate whatever fucking small speck of life that we get and really just try to make the most out of it, man. And again, it's only 100 years. You're only going to see such a small portion of what the grand scheme of thing is, but...
You don't believe in reincarnation?
That's what I was thinking, but I ain't want to say it. I ain't want to drag this shit out.
No, I don't. I don't. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't like to talk about spiritual and religious shit a lot because everybody has different ideas, but I know what I believe, and I don't believe in reincarnation. I don't know. I say that, so I don't really know what there is, but I don't think we come back as other things.
I think it's so many universes out there, though. We don't know.
I think when you die,
you probably
it's just
die and
over.
wake up in another universe.
Seriously,
you
never know.
The shit that sucks the most is just that we have no recollection of it. We can theorize about how we have glimpses of our past lives or future lives, but it just sucks that we like you said, I want to say it sucks, but it's also beautiful that you don't recollect it.
Right. So you don't believe in spirits or ghosts or nothing?
Ghosts? No. Spirits?
Bro, I'm right here.
I don't know what a spirit is.
It's a ghost.
No. I really think that that's all ego. That we all believe that we get reincarnated, that we are a part of life before or after we live. I think that we all just can't fathom the idea that once you die, that's just over. And there's another soul that's going to get to live. There's another being that's not you, has nothing to do with you, that gets to live. And I think that's repetitive every 100 years. Every time a person dies, lives, it's a completely different and new soul. Also, why I don't believe in heaven. I think it would be too populated. Over millions of years, everybody that was good gets to go to heaven. No, nigga. You're fucking dead, bro. I think you're dead, and that's just it.
So you ain't never heard of no people having near-death experiences and dying and coming back, being dead and then seeing their physical self? You think that's all made up and stuff?
I don't know what you mean by that.
You've never heard of that?
I think
I've heard of a person dying and coming back and being like, "Oh, I had my life flash before my eyes," but they just come back as themselves, nigga. They don't see what they were a million years ago.
No, they don't see none of that. I mean, but there's meditations that you can do to see that past life and shit.
Nah, it's better than little kids who be recounting their past lives.
You never heard of that either?
Children and old people are closest to our spiritual elements.
That shit is real, bro.
They children just left the spirit realm. Elderly people are on their way to the spiritual realm.
And I believe people's hell and heavens is a part of their consciousness. You know what I'm saying?
I believe that. But I think that's only why you're alive. Again, once you even bring in your consciousness, once you're dead, you have no consciousness. So heaven and hell shouldn't be a factor. But what your heaven and your hell is while you're alive is whatever you value and hate, or I guess fear most. And that's your experience. If your life is the thing that you fear most, that's hell. if you're living a life that you really enjoy and love, that's heaven.
This is one of those moments where I wish I had like, I guess, a brain like Rizzo that can articulate my thoughts on and ideas on this, because I feel like since time is everywhere at the same time, like everything happened at once in that one moment. Like everything that ever will happen, has happened, is happening, is right now.
It's a conundrum.
So with that being said, it's just I feel like the universe is just my life. Y'all are my creations. Yeah, the same thing for you guys. It's essentially parallel universe, parallel universe, parallel universe, parallel universe, parallel universe.
That's such an interesting thing.
Parallel universe.
Yeah.
Like we're all gods. What you're creating with your life is your godly self, and I feel like just in our own little earthly universe, we got 7 billion parallel universes interacting with each other. And so, with that being said, my timeline of 100 years, that's all there is to this universe.
That was it.
Stay black, stay strong. Remember, they can't bring you down unless they below you. Loyalty before royalty. Pimps up, hoes down. You know what the fuck you want to be. Deuces. Superstar.
Yeah. Tell us something that made you cry recently. Go.
Okay, so a situation that me and my mother went through. My mom, me and her are really close. I love her a lot. She's like my best friend. That's it? Dang, I didn't realize how slow I was going.
So a situation that between you and your mom?
Shot. Yeah, it did.
Alright. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You heard that, Ace? A situation with her mom made her cry.
Oh, I used to. Never mind. So even with that, like her family asked me too, like, how you feel about this and that? Like, I'm used to it. This ain't gonna be shit for me. You good? Normal. I'm curious to see how she responds to it, cause she about to literally do the whole legal thing, cause it's her nephew. So she about to get like legal guardianship. She been making calls the last couple of days.
Are you gonna have the legal guardianship?
Grizo, but so that's the other part. When I thought about it, like, yo, if we did get married, does that count as like my stepkid legally? Grizo, yes. Oh,
I mean, y'all have to like make y'all union more official, but
we literally got married. If we got married, and she got legal guardianship over him, that becomes my.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like with him living with y'all, it's gonna feel like that anyways. Cause
you already know.
You his big homie.
Yeah.
Whether he does it like intentionally or not, he's going to look for you to be like, an example of an adult.
He do.
Yeah, we already had those conversations. I met him a couple times. And when he came and met, look at Grizo, like, yeah, bro, we're trying to come live.
He's a cool step pops.
Shaping the world. Shaping the youth.
Yeah, that's what's up. Honestly.
Shout out to that.
I liked it. I like that.
It seemed like an independent job. That's what it seemed like.
Yeah, that's what.
Better the patriarchy. Don't.
Improve on the patriarchy.
Nah, but he's supposed to be there next month, man. June. Start school in August.
We're already shitty.
How do you feel about it? How do you feel about it, young?
Nah, I mean, I
think anything of it?
Nah, not really. I'm curious to see how she did with it, cause like she's the youngest of her, so she's never had that responsibility. And then just knowing her expectations, she cause like he got some stuff going on at home, but it's more due to like how he was raised and like his mom being in all that type of shit.
If it comes down to it, you're gonna box him?
Ooh, great question.
Oh, no, I mean, I've thought about it, because, like, he's young. So they
great
buck,
question.
And I done lost, like, 30 pounds, so he might look at me and be like,
I can take that, nigga.
Yeah.
And 13, you know, you go through puberty.
As a guy, it always comes up, like, am I gonna be able to take this person?
Like, these things, too, I would dog that little nigga. But I thought about it, he might, because his aunt's small in stature, so he might poke his chest out 1 or 2 times, whatever. But I've already been given authority to address that, because I already had that conversation, make that comment. I would never beat on a kid.
But would you take him to Walmart and buy some gloves?
No gloves. No, because that's our artificial experience. No, you feel like you can take me. You gonna get this full experience.
Oh.
But I'm gonna hold back. I'm not gonna dog you like you a nigga on the street.
You're not even getting the hands. You're getting the nooks.
Between intelligence and aggression, you just aggressive.
aggressive. I'm intelligent, aggressive, and mature and intelligent. Watch what happens to you. And it's gonna be a dominating experience. And you gonna learn.
Talk that shit.
You gonna learn.
Talk that shit.
I've had brothers. They did the same shit, and they thought it was something, and they found out it was something different. They couldn't realize, yo, we the same size, but I couldn't even move you at all in the middle of the floor.
That's how we was sisters.
That's experience. And my brother fought one time. He was confused as hell after we fought. The one time he said something disrespectful to my mother. We fought one time. He was confused as hell. He left the house. He went to stay at the hotel. He took him 3 days to figure out what happened to him. I didn't even punch him. Real shit. Call that nigga. He's like, man, fuck that. I ain't had no shoes on, man. That's what happened. I ain't had no shoes on. That's what you say. You tell yourself.
You fucked his mental up.
I love this nigga, man.